proceed direct to Patoy, proceed on course.
Watcher 2.2, your share box.
122.8 for American 26. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Jacksonville Center, good evening. Buna 1 with you, flight level 360, inbound, Golf Sierra, Oscar.
123.32.
Delta 1241 with you, 15,000 now. Delta 1241 with you, 16,000. Oh, we'll do 13392, thank you.
And center spare wings 2664, Orlando, ready for push and start. We'll give a call to the other center and we'll push and start at our own discretion, spare wings 64, thank you.
Legion 1290 approach at 50200 for 50230. 340 Legion 1290.
Jacksonville Center, Buddha 1, can we step out of the cockpit for 2 minutes, please? Thanks.
Yeah, Jacksonville Center, very good evening. This is Spirit Wings 1831, flight level 360. Listen via the Gita 1 arrival, Frontier Flight 1759. Also, we're taking airside 1, 1759. Roger, will do. Delta 1241, now with you, 23,000. Three 370, that's 1241.
We just passed the community level Alpha 27.
Two 260, that's 1241. No worries.
One through 3.7, set, or JetBlue 1294, sit. And Buena 1 is back with you.
Three 370, that's 1241.
There it is. Now everyone can hear me. Imagine this. Helps when you turn the volume on.
That's 1241 if possible. Step away 3 minutes.
That's fine. Give me a call back.
Will do.
But thank you so much, JetBlue2439, for the awesome comments. We're doing more. I'm working with I worked with the website today. Almost got pissed off at it. But we will have the Moodle stuff online, hopefully, cross fingers, soon. Soon, soon, soon. Xylo, welcome. Thank you for the follow. We're very close to the Moodle website. This is fakeweatherfakeplanes.com is close. The database was out of date. They don't want to update their servers, which is kind of annoying. So I've got to go to like an older edition of Moodle to make things happen. So hopefully we'll have that online. We'll get the VATSIM one online. So this will be the IFR and VFR training will be online. I'm working on the 737 one. I'm working on the Airbus 321, and since there's a huge tease of two of them out there, the 767 training will be better. I am better at Jackson Center. I guess you're getting banned. uh, But thank you for the follow. Thanks for joining along, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Fake Weather, Fake Planes. I am Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes. Make sure to press that follow button. Get notifications when we're online if you can. Subscribe. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get a freebie. Just so you know. Southwest 3311, Jacksonville Center. Good evening. Welcome back. Climb, maintain, flight with 330. The only weather to report today is Pensacola. You can see it is in blue, which means we are marginal VFR. Broken at 1,800, broken at 2,400. So it's a little bit low on the clouds, so we will be doing instrument approaches. We won't do anything. We have a low center on below us. Actually, if you look at the streamlight now, you might notice I'm not highlighting my high sector, which is way out here. I'm highlighting the low sector. It's honestly to make sure that I hand to the right person. I'll give you an example here. The Orlando person here actually never goes into the low sector. He gets handed off right to Orlando approach from me. Fun fact, I had to think about it for a second. I was like, oh, he's going to get handed off. It's like, nope, he will not get handed off. So, knock on plastic, wood, whatever you want to call it. So, yep, the only weather, and as you can see by what's there, the blue one, Pensacola, everybody else looking very nice tonight. American 720, descend and maintain flight level 310.
Flight level 310, American 720.
Correction, excuse me, descend and maintain flight level 300.
300, American 720.
Oh, yippee. Quiet night. LaGuardia has the event tonight. If you're in our Twitch or in our Discord channel, LaGuardia did put out a bunch of delays. LaGuardia via Harp, 25 miles in trail. LaGuardia via MIP.
South 41 back with you.
Welcome back. LaGuardia via Corey, 25 miles in trail. LaGuardia via MIP, 30 miles in trail. Most of that dealing with ZOB. The one that we would deal with, the ZDC, would be LaGuardia via the Corey. They're asking for 25 miles in trail. So if you're going to LaGuardia tonight, expect some, I'm not going to say delays. I'm going to say more of just some time between aircraft. The other issue with LaGuardia is they are landing 22, departing 313, and their arrival AAR, so the amount of aircraft they can take in an hour, is 36.
Check center, good evening. Embraer Pilot Club 6. We're about 50 miles north of Wiregrass, VOR, and we're climbing flight level 3 150 for flight level 370.
Embraer Pilot Club 6, Jacksonville Center radar contact as reported. Good evening. Pilot Club 6, cross Jaja at flight level 260.
Cross Jaja at flight level 260, Pilot Club 6.
I actually have to look this one up because it's going to be interesting going into Ormond Beach. Trying to learn to do these correctly. So he's going to go through sector, what's called sector 78. I'll show you here in a second. So he's going through this sector right here. So we're just going to try to make sure we follow the correct areas. Excuse me, that's not Jaja. It's it's Lake City. Excuse me, Lake City, sector 78. Jaja's in Lake City. Crossing restrictions I see right now are flight level 240, 260. So I think we got it right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an LF Quarry. Seems like something is way out of my airspace. The reason why I'm putting that in there is to make sure we get that spacing way ahead of time for Washington even. We don't expect that many planes to go through this airspace that we'll be going to LaGuardia. It's a kind of a distance from the Orlando area to LaGuardia, but not impossible. Pilot Club 6, correction, cross Jaja at flight level 240, sorry.
Cross Jaja at flight level 240, Pilot Club 6.
Not much going on in the airspace tonight. It is a quiet night, but doesn't mean it's not going to get busy later. I'm sure we're going to see DC give us a bunch of holds for anything going north. American 720 leaving my airspace to the south. Miami has not shown up for work. Radar services are terminated frequency approved. Monitor advisory 122. Have a safe flight.
All right, I'll see you later. American 720.
See you, Chuck. Chuck is one of our pilots that joined AVA, a regular with us, a long-time member of Join AVA, so he flies American 720. That's his call sign, which is kind of cool. Always good to see Chuck flying in. Flying in the 788 today. He's flown all sorts of stuff. I believe he still flies in X-Plane. Get someone going to Vero Beach. There's a one that I don't see normally. I'll have to look up the LOA rule on that one. JetBlue 2439, contact Washington Center 133.72. See ya.
133.72 now, JetBlue 2439. See ya.
Jacksonville Center, calendar 9397 Yankee, flight level 290 for 340.
9397 Yankee, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Frontier 1759, contact Orlando, approach 124.8, see ya.
Approach on 124.8. See ya, Frontier Flight 1759.
Trying to organize these tabs today, and it's just not happening. I don't know why. The good part about having the low center online is I don't have to look at any Tracons. So you get the single view tonight. But we will look at what's going on outside of stuff here. Let's look at what's going in Orlando right now. Orlando inbound. 10 departures, 5 arrivals, so good amount of departures out of Orlando. Jacksonville inbounds. Let's look here. 1 and 1, so nothing crazy going on in Jacksonville tonight. So, and as we saw in the weather that was right there, Pensacola marginal VFR. We'll see how long it lasts. There is no weather on the scope. As you can see, the whole screen is just black. There's no storms anywhere in the vicinity. A little bit of a thing right here over just north of Orlando here, but nothing that would be measurable, we'll put it that way. Nothing that will cause pain, suffering, and crying at any time. And we've lost the Spirit Wings. He went coasting. Bye, buddy. We do have an American 787 coming from San Juan, Puerto Rico, so he's going to need the code. Because you don't get given a code coming out of San Juan unless they're online. So we'll give him a code and track him accordingly. Going to Denver. San Juan to Denver. That's a good one. That's a haul. Taking a look at my VAT spy map, and I'm going to show it to you here. You can see the disaster to the northeast. There it is. That is the northeast. That is LaGuardia. They are staffed up fully. But you can see the lines of traffic coming in. Not too much coming from the south, not yet. But what you'll see is a lot of shuttle flights, DC to LaGuardia. Operated by American for the longest time, and U.S. Airways, for those who are around U.S. Airways. But yeah, nothing. We have one Orlando inbound, JetBlue 1676 coming from Boston Logan. So we'll see in Orlando inbound. We have a Charleston outbound and Moxie going to Isip. Out of Enterprise Municipal, a PC-12 going to Atlanta. And Whitingfield has got a tag on it, so that means something's coming up for it. Some probably pre-filed for Whitingfield. So not a ton of traffic yet, but it's early in the day. We always know how this goes, is we start out quietly, and then everyone finds out that I'm online, and then they flock. But that's a good thing. That's why I'm here. That's why I control. I want to talk to you all. And as I always say, if you have a question, I have an answer. Feel free to ask that question. If you ever forget to ask a question, feel free to visit us in our Discord. The link's in the chat. Ask the question in the Discord. We are there to answer. The more you ask, the better. Bull 615, thank you for the subscribe. Welcome aboard. So we are, if you have a question, if it's something that's bugging you and you forget about it, if you forget to ask it in the stream, ask it in our Discord channel. We have a very supportive environment of controllers that are there that will be happy to assist you. They will send you the right direction. I'm always in Discord, so I always am checking it. So how's it going tonight? It is going quiet. For us, poor LaGuardia is probably crying. I'm going to actually do a check on their arrivals right now. LaGuardia, 76 arrivals, 24 departures. To give you a heads up, they have an AR of about 35, so it is not going to be good. Flying into Vero Beach, awesome. Yeah, I noticed the Vero Beach. I had to look that one up to see what our crossing restrictions are because it is not a common one for us to have visit. So it is one of those ones I'm going to have to look up through Sector 58 because that's where you'll go through. And it looks like it's just border at flight level 240. So nothing crazy going on for that one. But welcome to Fake Weather, Fake Planes. And thank you again for the 2-month subscribe. Trying to get our subscriber goal up. I don't know why the little thing did not update. Probably because it's broken. Who knows? Let's see. It should have. Trying to get up to 50 before the end of the month. So please help us out if you can. Subscribe. Press the subscribe button. You can also gift subscriptions. If you'd like to gift a subscription, you can press that gift a subscription button at the top of the chat. That gives a subscription to somebody else. And you can decide who you're going to give it. Nice. I hope it works well. Going to send a contact me to the American 787 coming over Jans. Waiting on his response, hopefully relatively soon here. And also checking to see if I have any mail coming in the mail tomorrow, because I have informed delivery, and I do not have any mail coming tomorrow, which makes me good. No bills. Less bills, the better.
Jacksonville Center, American 787 with you.
American 787, Jacksonville Center. Good evening, Ident and Squawk. 1503.
Confirming squad 1503 on board.
American 77 radar contact over Jans at flight level 340. Good evening.
Good evening, thank you.
Bun Air 1, cross Dades at 1313,000. 250, it's knots. Tampa altimeter is 2990. Actually, I have to look that one up because that is going to be a crossing. Let's see, low sector for...
Whoop, but now one, apologies, we got a slight issue with audio, we didn't get that.
Yep, standby one, I just got to check a crossing restriction because we have a high-low center split right now, so I just got to make sure I got that right.
Stand by, Buena 1.
Center November 1 passenger sendable at 104230.
That was 2 at once. If you're on the ground at Jacksonville, give a call to the low sector, 133.32.
Right.
And Bun Air 1, you can disregard my crossing restriction. I'll have a lower for you in about, give or take about 100 miles.
Roger, for Buena 1.
Center Spirit Wings 2664, passing through flight level 220 for 230.
Spirit Wings 2664, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Climb, maintain flight level 350.
Climb, maintain flight level 350, Spirit Wings 2664.
Going to Newark. Shouldn't be too hard getting to Newark. Newark approach. That's always a fun one to say. Newark. New York. Newark approach is online. They have 6 arrivals inbound. So if you're looking for another field other than LaGuardia, Newark's a good one. What's JFK got going on? They got a whole line going too. So I would stay away from JFK and LaGuardia. Newark is your best one for an easy access into the New York area. Got one coming out of Miami going to Memphis. American 1522 going to Memphis. And we did fix, and I say fix, the wallop so that the Super Troopers do arrive. So if we do have a wallop tonight, which I hope we don't, but if we do, we will have the Super Troopers tonight. Bun Air 1, just traffic advisory, 12 o'clock. 1,000 feet above you, a Delta A321 Neo going south to north.
Buna 1, we have the traffic in sight.
Delta 1241, just a traffic advisory to your 12 o'clock. 1,000 feet below you, a Bun Air 737-800.
Those 1241, I got him.
Well, don't shoot him down. That'd be kind of weird.
I'm trying not to.
Thank you, Buna 1.
Jacksonville Center, American 1522, flight level 320.
American 1522, Jacksonville Center. Good evening, ident. American 1522 radar contact over the Lakeland VOR at flight level 320. Good evening.
Good evening.
Pilot Club 6, contact Jacksonville Central 133.32. See ya.
All right, 133.32. Thanks for your help, Pilot Club 6. See you.
You're welcome. See ya. Allegiant 1294 leaving my airspace to the north. Atlanta said, ha, not going to work. Radar services terminated frequency to prove. Monitor advisory 122. Have a safe flight.
Please, Jennifer, see you later.
Southwest 3311, same for you. Leaving my airspace to the north. Atlanta said, ha, not going to work. Radar services terminated frequency change approved. Monitor advisory 122. Have a safe flight to Milwaukee.
Center, good evening. Frontier Flight 3451 with you at 20,000, climbing 260.
Frontier 3451, Jacksonville Center. Good evening.
Good evening, and can we step away for about 5 minutes, Frontier Flight 3451?
If you can hold on just for a few minutes here, I got to get you past the plane, and then I'll give you a climb, and then you can step out.
Copy. We'll wait. Frontier Flight 3452.
Delta 1241, can step away for about 5 minutes. Dog needs to take a leak.
Ooh, send the puppy out.
Jacksonville Center, JetBlue 1676, flight level 380.
Aircraft calling, just the call sign.
JetBlue 1676.
JetBlue 1676, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Going to Orlando. Lovely. JetBlue 1676, proceed direct Leopard.
Direct Leopard, JetBlue 1676.
With us joining us on the stream, welcome to another edition of Fake Weather, Fake Planes. I'm Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes. Make sure to press that follow button. Get notification when we're online. If you can, subscribe. Frontier 1341, climb and maintain flight level 300, and the 5 minutes is approved.
Alright, climb, maintain, flight level 300, and 5 minutes approved. Thank you, Frontier Flight 3451.
Gonna guess a crossing here because he is crossing. He needs to cross this Bun Air 1 to cross Capot. That fix at 240. Believe that's what we got. Capot, yep, no, 270. So he's only going down 9,000 feet. We'll do the rule of 9. 9 times 3, 27. So he needs about 30 miles to do that descent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Capot to my little list of things and put him crossing it. There, oops. Capot. Just to give us an idea of when he's around 50 miles, we'll give him that descent to 270. Thus joining us, thank you for joining us again for another edition. It's a quiet night. Very, very quiet. Bull 615, thank you for the resubscribe for 2 more months. Thank you so much. I didn't say it was a 2. I forgot to say it was a resubscribe for 2 months. And as I always say, if you've got a question, I have an answer. And if you forget to ask that question in the chat, ask it in our Discord. The Discord link is in our chat here. Feel free to go to our Discord and learn more about what we do with Fake Weather, Fake Planes, the IFR quotes, our IFR lesson plans, and the VFR lesson plans are still in there, including flight planning also. Also, if you're a subscriber, you get the Fake Hangout, which is your exclusive voice channel and the subscriber-only chat, where very highly intelligent questions like, what is multiple ATISes? How do you say multiple ATISes? Is it ATI? ATISes? I mean, these are the in-depth conversations you expect, you know?
That's 1241 back.
Welcome back. The other thing great about being a subscriber is no ads. Who wants to follow ads? You brush your teeth enough. Do you need another ad about how to brush your teeth? We've also changed the ads. That's another thing we did. I kind of got annoyed with it because it's not fair to you guys. So you only get 1 ad an hour. So you're welcome. But if you can help us out, please. What my thinking is for Bun Air 1 is at this line right here. Taylor VOR, give her the take. they'll get the descent down to 270. Taylor to that Capot area is around 50 miles, so that's the hope. And that would follow what our SOP says, so I'll show you in our SOP. Like as I said, this is the Lake City sector. So if we go to our SOP, the Lake City sector, Tampa, it's down the bottom here. Dade's arrival, Lizard arrival, over or abeam Capot at flight level 270. I know you really can't see it because the weather channel is in the way. But that's what the crossing restriction is, over and abeam Capot at flight level 270. If you always wonder where we get these things there, this is every instruction to every arrival that we possibly would need. And because I'm running the high sectors, I only have to worry about these. If I was running the lows, these would be the ones I would worry about also. But because I'm running the high, these are the ones I'm worrying about tonight. Excuse me. Don't know if any streamers are online. I haven't looked to see. Simaware.ca besides me. Streamers tonight. Let's see. Oh, there's a bunch of them online. 757 Spy going LaGuardia, DC. Sim Caesar. KJST to LaGuardia. Cross Hyperu. LaGuardia to Milwaukee. C4J Aviation. Louisville to Chicago. CT Kenzo Boston to Baltimore. And CTW 222 going from 2O uniform to Bismarck. So, good amount of streamers online tonight. Good amount of ATC online. Again, tonight the event is in New York. The Tuesdays in New York featuring LaGuardia. And they have asked for some good mileage in trail. They haven't updated it yet, which I'm kind of interested how that's going. But we'll find out. And turn on those low sectors again, just because we will have someone that will cross into them. Just want to make sure we don't cause issue. Indy is closing in 10, like we all cared. in the quest for more miles in trail going in. Kennedy Center is asking for 25 to the west, from the west, or from the south, excuse me, from DC. So they're asking for more. That's the interesting thing. But we'll see what happens. Bunny Air 1, descend and maintain flight level 270.
Flight level 270 for Buna 1.
The issue with the JFK separation is I really can't help anyone that comes out of Atlanta airspace. There's no controllers on Atlanta, so I can't even help meter the line coming into that airspace. So, yippee, the fun. Looks like we're about to get a Jack's Tower online, which will be nice. Again, this is Fake Weather, Fake Planes. I'm Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes. Make sure to press that follow button, get notifications when we're online, and if you can, subscribe. A quiet night. The event tonight is in LaGuardia. So, a quiet night for us, which is okay. I'm okay with quiet night. You can see the only weather is Pensacola. It's a marginal VFR. Not a really big issue. Cloud level broken at 1,700.
Jack,
Broken at 2,000.
212-430.
ExitJet 212, Jacksonville Center. Good evening.
Good evening.
Call 15. Control didn't realize that the low sector was online. I'm running the high sector. There's a low sector below me, so hopefully he figures that out. Bonaire 1, contact Jacksonville Center 133.32. See you.
Over to Jackson Center 132. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Looks like we got some training going on. Jack's Tower online training and Orlando Approach online training. So if you're looking for a place to fly, tonight's the night to fly to Orlando and Jack's. You can do a crossfire between the two. Just clearing some of the screen here because it's getting a little clustery. Too many things on my screen to give a clear view to things. Sometimes we have to do this as we go and just clean off some of the checkpoints that we put in there that we don't need for the time being. Such as DB something, whatever that is. I don't even know what fix that is, but we're going to find out. DB DDY maybe? Nope. We'll figure that out later. But sometimes you got to clean up the screen so you can see some of the stuff that's in around. I do keep a couple commons up there. Pensy is one of them, going into Pensacola. I keep that one online because it will be one that I use. The initial approach fix into Pensacola when landing runway 17. So I keep it online. One that I'm going to put back in my screen is Larry. That is the crossing into Atlanta airspace. It's this one right here. And I keep a couple of the oceanic ones online, keep a couple of these ones online. Should probably put one back up here, but I haven't had a motivation to do it. So waiting on Southwest 6188. Just going to be checking in here. He's going to be going to New Orleans.
Jacksonville Center, Southwest 6188, mileage to 24,500 for 26,000.
Southwest 6188, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Climb maintain about 380.
Up to 380 for 6188.
And Southwest 6188, Kevin, call the Miami Center 135.17. We'll see you on the other side.
13517 for 6188.
JetBlue 1676 descend will be the get out 1 arrival. Orlando landing to the south. Orlando altimeter is 2988.
Send by arrival and 2988 for JetBlue 1676.
JetBlue 1676 confirmed landing south.
Landing south, JetBlue 1676.
Not like it matters. The get out only goes one direction now. Delta 1241, contact Washington Center 133.72, safe flight to JFK.
Over to Washington. Thanks for the ATC. Have a good one.
See ya.
And JetBlue 1676, could we just get that last instruction again? We missed a couple of it.
Descend via the get out 1 arrival.
Descend via the get out 1 arrival, JetBlue 1676.
Center Frontier Flight 3451 with you.
Frontier 3451, welcome back. Let's take a look at the crazy map here. See what we're looking at the northeast. You can see, well, it's calmed down a little bit. There's a good amount of spacing. Kind of surprised there isn't more of a crossfire between these two fields. There usually is. Good spacing here, so it's a little clustered into LaGuardia. Let's see what there are for arrivals right now. 71 arrivals, 38 departures, so good luck finding a parking spot in LaGuardia. So it's a little busy in the LaGuardia, but they are doing a pretty good job keeping it spaced. We're gaining the Moxie. Moxie going to KISP. Islip.
Hello, Jacksonville Center, Moxie 278. We're getting ready to level off here at 220.
Moxie 278, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Climb, maintain boat 390.
Climb, maintain flight level 390, Moxie 278.
For those joining us on another edition of Fake Weather, Fake Planes, welcome to Fake Weather, Fake Planes. That's right. Welcome to another edition of Fake Weather, Fake Planes. I am Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes. Your Jacksonville controller, Jacksonville Center controller tonight for the high sectors, most of it flight level 240 and above. And we lost the Moxie. That was quick. If you haven't pressed it, make sure to press that like button, the follow button. Get notification while we're online. If you can, subscribe. And tell your friends, neighbors, family, coworkers about our channel and about the craziness that we do on this channel. If you haven't visited us before, we are a fun-loving group for the most part. JetBlue 6076, welcome. But we do try to give the best knowledge that we can. We're not here to make you feel dumb. We're here to make you feel smarter. So if you ever have a question, ask that question. Don't think that any question is dumb. Don't think that any question is something to go, oh my God, I can't believe I just asked that. I feel like an idiot. Ask it. It's better to make the mistake here and not feel like an idiot getting on the network and saying something that you probably shouldn't have said. Or getting a controller that has having a really, really bad day, which does happen. Happens quite often lately, it's partially due to a lot of controller overburn here. Does happen. November 9397 Yankee, descend and maintain flight level 240.
240, Challenger 97 Yankee.
It does happen. We have a very
Jacksonville
stressful.
Center, Coast Guard 2036, 1500. We just departed Whitting Field. We are by Pensacola, Charlie.
Give a call to the lower center. He's on 133.32.
133.32, thanks.
Spencer Patty in JetBlue 1676. Don't worry about it. I'm one of those field controllers that doesn't get pissed off. Thank you for the follow. And we've reached the following goal of 320 followers. We have 320 people that follow this craziness. Thank you all for following. Make sure to tell your friends, family, coworkers, parole officers, whoever it might be about fake weather, fake planes. Join us in our Discord. Learn more about what we do, including training for flying in the United States. It is in there. You can actually visit our Discord right now. I'll even bring it up so you can see it. So, here it is. This is our Discord right here, and you can see right here, IFR training. All these things will help you out right there. VFR, we're working on getting more into there. VFR training, flight planning, sim brief, but check it. You know, these are all there. We have the open chat, subscribers only, the fake hangout voice channel. Important links, including chartflocks.org for airport charts, VAT View for the iOS sim brief, AirNav, VATtastic for airplane tracking. I currently use VAT Spy. That is my little happy little client to track aircraft. So feel free to visit us in our Discord channel. If the link seems to not be working, give me a heads up. For some reason, freaking Discord decides to change their link every other second. What I should do is just do the standard issue discord.whatever/fake weather, fake planes, but that would make too much sense. Come on. Talk at me here. Thank you very much, Spencer. And as I've told some people in the channel, we are making a website, Fake Weather, Fake Planes. It's going to be a Moodle-type website that's going to have training courses that's going to give you kind of a type certification, which will include IFR and VFR flying. We're also going to add aircraft, and I'm not going to do the C-172. I'm going to do what people are flying on the network. If I go right down the list right now, we're going to do this top to top south. Moxie 278, he's flying a 736. Gulf 5 by the ExecJet. Airbus 320. Airbus 321. Airbus 320. CL60. Airbus 21. 7378. You notice it's majority Boeing and Airbus aircraft. I understand that we are going to start at this aircraft. Yes, in the real world, you wouldn't train. You know, your first plane is not going to be an Airbus 321. But we're going to make a training program so that you can learn the basic operations of an Airbus 321 in a very reasonable manner. It's not going to be a YouTube clip that you watch for 7 hours and they give like 17 different commercials about the plane that they got from PMDG or from whoever. It's easy, breaks it down step by step so that when you want to go back and you go, okay, how did he do that? You can go right back into that Moodle course, look at that exact step, and be able to go and say, okay, that's how I do that. So that's the goal. And it's not going to be complex issues. It's basic utilization of the aircraft to make the network even better for everyone else. And again, that's the goal of Fake Weather, Fake Planes. It's not about telling how great of a controller I am. It's about educating. And I want to educate people. And this is the way we can do it. But the only way we get that word out is if you tell everyone that you know, tell your VAs, tell your RTACs about Fake Weather, Fake Planes, about the Discord channel. And like I said, fakeweatherfakeplanes.com will be coming soon. Just had to do some programming issues. Yes, you can, Steve 561. You can see where you're at. You can also see that there's a ton of controllers online. For those new to the channel, the weather is right there. Blue means marginal VFR. Green is marginal V. Yeah. Delta 8873 Jacksonville Center radar contact as reported. So for those new to the channel, right there is the weather. The blue means marginal VFR, so Pensacola has that marginal VFR. Everything else is green. That means it's VMC conditions. Beautiful weather. Moxie 278, contact Washington Center 133.72.
Go to Washington Center 13572, Moxie 278.
Go for it. What's he doing for VFR? Just going out and being himself? You can drop him then. Mike, control Bravo Echo. So we're losing the low center, so we're going to watch the Tracons except for Orlando. That's the only one I don't have to watch for. So ExitJet 212, you can see there you are, right there. There's Disney Fix. You're just flying down, going into that area. Delta VOCM, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Another cool thing that you all can do, if you do exclamation point.
Moxie 278, could you give us that frequency again?
133.72.
13372, thank you.
If you do exclamation point METAR and then the airport ICO code, so we're going to say Pensacola, KPNS, you can actually see the METAR at any field, and it's not restricted to Jacksonville. I'll even put in there Boston. We'll do LaGuardia. We'll do LaGuardia since that's where the event is. There's LaGuardia. Easy enough to see it. We'll even do Raleigh-Durham since he's at Raleigh. We got Raleigh-Durham ground in here. There's your METAR. 240 at 4. I'm guessing you're landing the 2-3s right now. Not that I know DC airspace just a little too much. Used to be in DC. I was way back. I was a I-1 with ZDC. Gotta put METAR in front of it. So, METAR KBCT. There it is.
Jack Center, hello again. Southwest 6188, level 380.
Southwest 6188, Jacksonville Center. Good evening. American 1522, leaving my airspace to the north. Atlanta's offline. Radar services are terminated. Please change approved. Monitor advisory 12. Have a safe flight.
Over to Unicom, American 1522. We'll see you. Thanks.
Dust in the wind. Yeah, I would say east. Watch the weather. Pensacola's marginal, but everything else is good. But so I would say we just watch the weather, make sure it might turn marginal. Awesome. You're in control, Bravo Echo. You're welcome. You can also, in our stream, in the chat, do the TAF. So it's exclamation point TAF and then the field. You can see Orlando for the next 3 TAFs. Looks like it's going to be beautiful. I know there is a launch. I believe the Boeing Starliner is going to go out tonight. I'm going to check right now. I haven't gotten my little Space Coast launch notification. Yep, 10:42 tonight. Kennedy Space Center. That's the Falcon 9. Let's see. 8:55 on. Oh, they knocked it back 3 more days. The Starliner got moved to 5/10/2024. Well, oh well. We were hoping for that, the Atlas V and the Starliner, but I guess Boeing doesn't have the doors fixed yet. But we do have a launch tonight. Atlas, you got the Falcon 9 Block 5 Starlink Group 656. Hopefully going up. They were having a issue with the strongback. I was last watching it, is they couldn't get the strongback to separate. And the claws were stuck to the rocket. So hopefully they've gotten that fixed. I would assume they would. SpaceX got the best crews in the American. American 787, leave my airspace to the west. Atlanta is offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency approved. Monitor advisory 12. Have a safe flight. American 787, leaving my airspace to the west. Atlanta's offline. Radar services are terminated. Frequency approved. Monitor advisory 12. Have a safe flight.
Right. Roger, that's Armageddon 787. Thank you so much for the service.
You're welcome. November 9397 Yankee, leaving my airspace to the south. Actually, hold on. Miami is on. Give me 1 second. Forgot Miami was online. November 9397 Yankee, contact Miami Center 135.17. Safe flight to Vero Beach.
351797 Yankee sit.
So, yep, there is a few light launches. If those wondering what I used to find the launch, I found this app. I was kind of proud of finding it. It's called Spaced Coast Launches. It's on the iOS system. It will give you the live view of the upcoming launches. I'm guessing the Atlas V Starliner Crew flight test did not go as planned today because, again, they were supposed to go off today. Kind of trying to pull up the stream real quick. So they did not go off today. So it's saying 2BC, TBC. So I don't know. TBC, I'm assuming, is to be challenged. I don't know. To be changed. My question is, how do you manage all those airports at once? It is extremely hard. Very, very hard sometimes. The thing I do is I prioritize what is important to me. Now, what you see here is you see the center scope covers everything up there. Over on my other side here, this is a separate screen. You can't really see it, but I have a bunch of tabs up here with each airport ground map. And then over here I have my major TRACONs, all the TRACONs that we have in our airspace. So if I know someone's going into it, I know where I'm looking. We control 58 fields all at once. There are 58 towered fields in Jacksonville. It can be a little bit crazy. It's not easy. But one of the things I tell people is when you're training, learn the fields. Don't get to center tomorrow. It's not worth it. It really isn't. You need to be knowledgeable about your fields. You need to be knowledgeable about what is around you. And when I have a new S3, I tell them, S3 is the approach controller training level, is I say, go work every TRACON. You're at ground, I believe, Viacom at Raleigh-Durham Ground. Go work every minor field. Go work every one of them. I know the only one that I think your majors are Richmond, D.C., Dulles, and Baltimore. Go work Fayetteville ground. I know it sounds stupid, and you might only get 2 planes. Okay, so it's DCID, but I thought they had put in Richmond in there, but it's fine. So go work Richmond. You'll get more traffic. Work all those unrestricted fields, the minor fields, and get to know their ground layouts. I don't expect you to memorize them. That would be psychotic. But get to know them and practice. The more you practice, the better. I occasionally will practice thinking, okay, what am I going to give to this person? You saw it earlier tonight in the stream. I had to look at the SOP. And I'm thinking, okay, what is the crossing restriction? Even the guy going to Boca Raton, luckily he's over the ocean. Sorry, Jet 212, so I don't have a crossing restriction for you. But I had to think about it. It's like, what is this restriction? Because we do control a lot of things, and there's a lot of LOAs that are involved. Spirit Wings 2664, Washington's closing up their shop. Radar services are terminated. Frequency to approve. Monitor advisory 122.8. Have a safe flight.
Monitor advisory, Spirit Wings 2664. You have a good night.
So that is going to make some interesting issues into D.C. tonight. Washington is closing. They were the only one. Anish Reedy was on center. So that will be interesting. But as I said, even when you get to tower level, work those unrestricted towers. Work them, because each one of them is different. You learn something different in each tower you work. work them, learn about them, and get to know that there's going to be towers that you're going to go, wow, that SOP is psychotic. I'll give you an example. Most fields out of this airspace, the initial climb is 3,000. Daytona's 4. You're like, what? At the Tracon level, most fields are 10,000. Jack's got a 15. Ozark's got a 23. Daytona's got an 11. Huh? Any advice for understanding specific SOPs, airports? Working them. That's how you understand them. I visit Boston. I'm a visitor of Boston. The only field I control in Boston is Bradley. It is my home field. I sat there and looked at it, and I thought about every way something could happen at Bradley International. How someone could come in. Luckily, Bradley International, there's only 2 ways in. West, south. And it's 2 arrivals. But work those fields. Get to know them and read the SOPs and ask yourself questions. Most RTAC SOPs are relatively easy reads. I'm going to show you in just a second here. I'm going to pull up one of our randoms here. We're going to pull up Sanford, Orlando. Here we go. We're going to show you here. So in the Jacksonville RTAC, we do everything by the Wikipedia page. I made a Wikimedia page for everything. It kind of lays out every step. So if I'm working Sanford, I'm going to look, okay, IFR departures. All aircraft should be cleared via the Sanford SID with appropriate F11 DTA into the DTA instead of the departure in the routing. Okay, so I need to know what that means. Okay, altitude. Each aircraft will be instructed at 2,000 feet and expect their cruise altitude in 10 minutes. Frequency, 124.8, and squawk, it will be assigned by the controller client. So I know everything about IFR clearance right there. If at any time you have a question about an SOP, ask someone. Ask someone, ask your mentor, ask fellow controllers. Look for those instructors, look for those mentors, and ask them, say, hey, this is confusing. Hey, this doesn't make sense. Hey, I don't understand that. Again, we're not expecting you to memorize every single line. No staff member is going to go to you and say, I want you to tell me what's on page 3 in line 54 of the Raleigh-Durham SOP. You're like, no. But like I just pulled up the Raleigh-Durham one. So knowing the ground frequency, the normal ground, the combined ground frequency 121.9, the locals are 127.45, departures on 132.35, and arrival on 124.95. Those are ones I would have memorized, kind of in your head. Like, okay, I need to know these. Just accepting 2 handoffs here. Runway configuration, knowing your calm wind operations. That's a biggie. I believe, calm wind operations is west in Raleigh, so 23. Knowing those. Knowing your initial altitude, so jets out of Raleigh, 6, turboprops 3, all other aircraft 2. So 632, something to memorize. And what you can do is think 632, 632, 632. Aircraft calling, just the call sign. United 1539, Jacksonville Center, good evening. So getting 632 stuck in my head. The majors are always going to be a nightmare. But here's something to remember, and I say this being a center controller. Major is not a requirement to get a rating. It is not. If any controller tells you that having a major cert is a requirement to getting your next rating, they are dead wrong. That's against VATSIM policy. They can't do that. Also, the traffic load has to be an everyday level, not event level. There's actually an event cert now for that. So that's, you've got to keep it, you got to keep that.
Jacksonville Center, Dominican 718 320.
718 Jacksonville Center, good evening.
Jacksonville Center, good evening. It's the Route 1677 direct Buffy climbing 16,000.
Route 1677, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Climb, maintain flow 350.
350, understood.
So Key 561 asks what the 033 is. It's actually a pilot ID. That's what that is. Frontier 3451, leaving my airspace to the west. Houston's offline radar services. Terminator privilege approved. Advisory 121, have a safe flight. So I can either type in, say if I wanted to look at the flight plan. So I believe it's FP Southwest 6188. Actually, no, excuse me. .FP Southwest 6188, I think. Yep. So I can do .FP 6188, Southwest 6188, pulls up that flight plan. You can see CID 033. I can also do .FP 033, it pulls up the same flight plan. Perfect if you can't see a tag for those who might not be squawking normal. But that would be my best things for understanding the minors. But remember, it's not a requirement to get rating to have the majors. It's fun. I tell people, save your major for one off. So if you're S1 right now, work on your S2. Then when you have your S2, go back and get major ground. Then after you get major ground, go back, work on S3. Then when you have your S3, go back to major tower, learn major tower. And Dell, they should not have that. I don't know why ZDC is doing that. That's actually against policy. So they can't require the major cert. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry that they're not following VAT USA policy, but they cannot require the major cert. So I don't know. I'm sorry. It was a big topic of discussion. They cannot require that because of the new GCAP ratings. So I'm sorry. It's supposed to be that way. I don't know why they didn't do that way, but hopefully someone will bring that to their attention saying, hey, you're kind of disobeying GCAP policy. JetBlue 1676, contact Orlando approach on 124.8. See ya.
124.8, thanks so much. Enjoy the stream, JetBlue 1676.
Thank you. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, I'm tempted to go look at their training stuff going, you shouldn't be doing that. SOPs, training flow, OBS to C1. Skills validation. Yeah, they're requiring the major. That should not be going on. Interesting. Yeah, that should not happen. I'm sorry that it's happening, honestly, because that should not be happening. You cannot require a major prior as a way to get your next rating. So I will bring it up to the appropriate team of people that I know, saying, hey, is this a normal? Because if it is, you're violating VAT USA policy. So, yippee yippee. ExecJet 212, contact Miami Center 135.17. See ya.
13517, ExecJet 212. Good night.
Peace. No, you won't. I'll actually just talk about it to them, going, hey, because we all have to follow standard policy. The VAT USA website gives a very clear set of rules of what to follow, and GCAP changed a lot of things the way it used to be. So we used to have GRP. Some of us older controllers remember GRP, Global Rating Policy, which stuff like the major cert could be required. Well, GCAP changed that. Couldn't train at event level traffic, couldn't require the majors. So they might be a little bit behind in what they're actually doing. It also reclassified a lot of fields. So we have unrestricted fields, which were your like class Charlies and class Deltas. You had tier 2 fields, which is fields that had complexity, and tier 1's fields is your old major fields. So they might be a little bit behind. I know they do have some staffing changes going on up there, so we shall see. But good questions always. Got a lot of people going to CYYZ tonight. Thanks a lot, Del. See you next time, dude. Thanks for flying into the airspace, and thanks for liking Fake Weather, Fake Planes. It's interesting, Washington going offline. This event is one of their neighbors, so guess they can't staff it, which is okay. It's not a requirement. It's not a Friday night op, so I know the New York event, I think, ends relatively soon, actually. I think it's might be done in an hour or less. Let's see, LaGuardia reporting 54 arrivals, 45 departures, so you can't find a parking spot, and if you do land, you can't park. So it's definitely what happens when you staff up LaGuardia. Got a couple inbounds. One to Myrtle Beach from Charlotte. I'm guessing that is an American of some type. So, not a lot of traffic tonight. But I'm here. If you've got a question, I have an answer. Ask away. And those keeping track of the VAT USA calendar, there is some event. There is no F&O this week. It was canceled. So there is no Friday night event this week. And it was supposed to be in Z Indy in Memphis F&O, and it was canceled. So no F&O this Friday. A day out at Kennywood, which will feature Pittsburgh, Cleveland RTAC will be on Saturday. It's pronounced Long Island, which is just a horrible version of saying Long Island. But they are featuring Republic in Islip, so FRG and ISP. On Monday of next week, Milwaukee Madness featuring MKE, Oshkosh, ENW, and UAS. So that should be a fun one. And then the F&O for the 17th is a Class Delta spree. There are no feature fields in this event. The pilots are encouraged to see what airports are open at the start of event time and fly between them. Make an appearance at each host RTAC with a long coastal flight and make milk runs around the favorite small fields. The options are endless for the Class Delta spree. It also did state, and I quote, and I went, wow, that's kind of harsh. Pilots conducting flights to and from Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Oakland, LAX, and LAS may be subject to delays to prevent congestion of unstaffed airports. We suggest loading in at the event start at a staff field and flying to another staff field. Airport staffing will not change throughout the night, but airports will not be announced ahead of time. So if you're flying into one of the bigger fields on that, in the class Delta Spree, week from Friday, just a heads up. Some other good events. The next one for the ZJX team is going to be on the 31st, the last day of the month, Florida Night Ops. Join the Jacksonville and Miami RTEX for an evening of flying in the Sunshine State for Florida Nights Ops. We'll be staffing MCO, Miami, Jax, and RSW, Fort Myers, airports from 2300 to 03. We hope to see you there. So that is coming up on May 31st, 2300 to 03. It's an FNO, Friday Night Ops, Florida Nights Ops. That's why they're calling it FNO, Florida Nights Ops. Good evening, Dave. That weather in Pensacola has not changed. I'm kind of surprised about that. Let's see here. Yep. Broken at 1,300. So, IMC conditions into Pensacola tonight. Best of luck for those going into Pensacola. I don't think we had anybody going that direction yet. Twin Star N70. Yeah, we know. We know you're coming, Dave. But nice quiet night tonight. Again, LaGuardia had the event. A little busy going into LaGuardia, but not too bad for us here in the wonderful ZJX. We got a Viper going through flight level 421. Huh. And didn't contact me. That's slightly of an issue. Oh, they would kill you. Yes, Dave. Still waiting on the contact me from Viper 1. He's clearly in. Yeah, exactly. And he's in Class Alpha airspace, so he can't be in there as a VFR. So you got to have a flight plan. Got to have something valid. Can't use what you did. So he might be getting the dot wallop here momentarily. I'm kind of interested because his ID is 1811792. So I'm guessing he has no clue. He came out of COF, so he definitely may not have a clue. And he's got COF to XMR, so he probably gonna need to get a walloping situation. Almost. Yep, the Super Troopers are back. You ruined my fun, Dave. The Super Troopers are back. Now he sends an ident, which is just, I kind of go, no. So I think I'm going to have to wallop him. I'm just going to do it because it's going to be pilot competency. Pilot competency. Class Alpha airspace at flight level 410 in a F-16 with no contact and no flight plan. Looked like VFR, but not talking. Yep, we did it. Let me get the Super Troopers. We're going to call up the Super Troopers. Here they come. There's our Super Trooper friends. Officer Rod Farva going to be on top of it. I kind of tell he's a newbie. He's got a 1811 pilot ID, so it's just I kind of go. You want to fly an F-16, you actually don't know what you're doing. And he's slant X-ray, so that means he doesn't have a Mode C transponder. So Yeah.
Jack Center, Southwest 6188, radio 10.
You're still with me. We're good.
Okay, I heard somebody breaking up. I wasn't sure that was you or not.
Nope. So we'll let Officer Rod Farva take care of Viper 25 at flight level 540 in F-16. Almost up to 600 in an F-16, flight level 600. He's going to get a rude awakening from a supervisor, I think. Southwest 6188, leaving my airspace to the west. Houston's offline radar services terminated. Frequency approved. Monitor advisor 1-2.9. Have a safe flight.
Okay, thanks for the ride. 6188, we're switching.
Got one going into Myrtle Beach. Gonna have to look up Myrtle right now. I do have a supervisor taking care of Viper 25. I think it's going to turn into a pretty ugly situation for Viper 25. Ooh, clear skies. 190 at 9, clear skies into Myrtle. Perfect night to fly into Myrtle.
Jacksonville Center, King Air, November 5230 Fox, 9000, direct Hamlin.
5230 Fox, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Proceed direct to the Myrtle Beach Airport. Expect the visual approach from runway 18. Myrtle Beach altimeter is 2984.
Direct Myrtle Beach, expect a visual, 430 Fox.
Jacksonville Center, American 1024 with you at 12,000 for 16,000.
American 1024 Jacksonville Center, good evening. Climb maintain flow 360.
Climb and maintain level 360 for American 1024.
This might get interesting. This Viper is going to cause a problem. But we'll see what happens. American 1024, if I'm giving you climb maintain flow of 360.
We'll climb and maintain flight level 360 for American 1024.
And Rouge 1677, I want to give you a heads up. There's an aircraft behind you. It's a F-16 who has been dealing with a supervisor right now because he's in a Class Alpha airspace without a flight plan and didn't know what he was doing. He may try to cause a conflict. I'm trying to prevent that. I got the supervisor working on it, but I just want to give you a heads up. He's behind you about 30 miles at flight level 486, descending rapidly to 422. So I just want to give you a heads up. He might be he may cause issues.
Appreciate the heads up. We've got crash detection turned off, so it's not going to affect the flight. But thank you for that.
No problem. Now he's drastically dropping.
There's always 1-8.
And thank you, ADRI Street. Thank you, Bun Air 1. Welcome to Fake Weather, Fake Planes. We're going to see how this goes. I think the supervisor's about to... Thank you for the follow. So the supervisor informed Viper 25 to maintain VFR.
Route 1677, we need to step away for 5 minutes.
Roger, give me a call when you're back.
Right on.
Jacksonville Center, good evening. Delta 5592 with you crossing flight level 130
Delta 5592, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Climb maintain table 360.
Climb maintain flight level 360 for Delta 5592, thank you.
I guess he's going to disconnect. I'll go ahead. And sorry for the problems. Okay.
Jacksonville Center, 28400 with you, flight level 290.
Transworld Airlines 400, Jacksonville Central, good evening. Descend be the Cuban 1 arrival, runway 8 transition. Jacksonville altimeter is 2986.
2986, Cuban 1, runway 8, TB 400. Trying to shortcut it.
And TWA 400, just a traffic advisory. There's an F-16 that's right off the coast of Jacksonville right now who's been assisted with a supervisor a couple times here and still hasn't gotten the hint. I'm trying to get the supervisor to handle it in a little bit more of a formal fashion, but just want to give a heads up. He may cause a conflict alert, just so you know.
I'm already dealing with one already underneath of me that's also heading to Jacksonville, so if we could please handle that, that would be awesome.
Roger, yeah, he's VFR, so I can't even talk to him, so.
I'll leave my TCAS on, and I'll let you know if you guys need any issues to base corner.
Roger.
What's his altitude, do you know?
Reporting 14,500.
Oh, that's also one who I've been doing with. Never mind, base corner. He's actually underneath me, like 2 nautical miles.
Delta 8873 leaving my airspace at the west. Atlanta's offline. Radar services are terminated. Frequency change approved. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a safe flight.
Roger, 06 Unicom, Delta 8873.
Jacksonville Center, King Air, 3 Sierra Fox.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 3 Sierra Fox. I'm in one of the black square King Airs, and I have, for the first time ever, I'm receiving an actual error, an actual fault. It is my number 2 engine oil pressure. I can go ahead and reset it if you want me to, or if you allow me to play it out. It's up to you.
Up to you, as long as you don't declare an emergency. Even emergency, I mean, you're getting close. If you want to divert to Florence, it's right in front of you at your 12 o'clock. It's up to you.
I'm going to go ahead and I'll roll with it. If it gets too chaotic, I'll just repair it in the air. But never had a failure before, so I'm going with it.
Yippee. Yeah, you're about 60-ish miles from Myrtle, so if you can make it the extra 60 miles, I would say just continue on. So the lovely Viper 25 has disconnected. Again, I don't judge people, but when you see that 181 number and you're flying an F-16, which is the common aircraft in Microsoft 2020, it's kind of a dead tell sometimes, you know. Get a guy going to Pensacola. Gonna get probably.
Jacksonville Center, number 2256 Whiskey with you at 1100, climbing to 1600.
November 2256 Whiskey, Jacksonville Center. Good evening, climb, maintain level 380.
Level 380, number 2256 Whiskey.
United 1539 leaving my airspace to the north. Washington is closing. They've been trying to close for like the last half an hour, but they're officially closing, I guess, now. Radar services are terminated. Frequency change approved. Monitor advisory 12. Have a safe flight. Delta Whiskey, India 718, leaving my airspace to the north. Washington says they're closing. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved. Monitor advisory 12. Have a safe flight.
Jacksonville Center, citation 963 Delta Mike, 11,000 for 16,000.
3 Delta Mike, Jacksonville Center. Good evening, climb, maintain level 220. Proceed direct Pensy.
Level 220, direct Pensy for 3 Delta Mike.
And TWA 400, that traffic is no longer no longer an issue as the supervisor helped assist him offline.
Well, that works. I'm just tracking them on radar, but yeah, I'll let you know if you want it.
It was the Viper one. The exit jet seems to be turning off to the coast from I can see. The one at 14,500, so I don't think he'll be an issue.
Because it's giving me a TCAS warning to start my descent, so I'm going to hold off and ignore it, 2800.
Roger, yeah, there's nobody below you. He's at 14.5, so if you want to go down to like 15, I would go for it.
Alright, I'm going to start my descent. Descend and maintain flight level 150 to this one.
Looks like there's some angry things going on with Cleveland right now. Some hot heads. But that happens. American 1024, descend to be the Looney 1 arrival, runway 8 transition. Jacksonville altimeter is 2986.
Descend the Looney 1 arrival, expect runway 8, Jacksonville altimeter is 2986 for American 1024.
In November 523, Sierra Foxtrot at pilot's discretion, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, pilot's discretion. I am going to hold higher because of this engine.
Roger. You can climb up to 17,000 if you need to. I don't think you need to go that high, but you can maintain as high as you want until you get there. It's just PD's. You're about, I'm going to say, about 50 miles from the field. So whenever you need to go, whenever you're ready to go down, go for it.
Roger. 3 Sierra Fox. I'll probably send as I get within 15 miles. Thank you.
Roger.
Good evening, Jacksonville Center, Southwest 513, flight level 320.
Southwest 513, Jacksonville Center, squawk 2563 and ident.
We'll ident for Southwest 513.
Jacksonville Center, 2400.
Go ahead.
FYI, he's still tracking on the map. Just like heads up, 2400.
Roger, yeah, he's tracking. From what I can see, I think Orlando Approach has got him. So he's doing track on Orlando Approach. He's at 14.5, so shouldn't be an issue.
Hey, just saying. You get 400.
Yeah, I know. He'll be over in my frequency momentarily because he's going to get into Daytona, and that's my airspace.
Oh, here we go. 400.
Might be some vectors, we'll put it that way.
Oh, yeah, 400. Thanks for a good night.
You're welcome. Southwest 513, radar contact over the Papa Zulu, Delta VOR. Cross, Maytay at 11,250 knots. Tampa, altimeters 22990.
All right, we'll cross the Maytay at 110 at 250 knots, Southwest 513.
It's matey, but I wanted to make it sound French.
We got you.
Good evening, Danny Epps. Thank you for the follow. And for those joining us on the stream, welcome to another edition of the Psychotic Fake Weather and Fake Planes. I'm Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes, your Jacksonville Center controller and your crazy extraordinaire. Go ahead, 56 Whiskey.
Yeah, when I got the clearance, I got changed to Icons Flight Nukes, so right now I'm flying direct to Nukes. In my flight plan, originally I had Emet, and then changed to Puppy. Though I believe before Puppy, with the new departure, there was a waypoint that I need to go first to. I don't remember exactly which one it was. Number 256 Whiskey.
If you want to go Nukes to Puppy, just do Nukes to Puppy. It's good.
Nukes to Puppy, thank you. 256.
It's one of my favorite little soundtracks, the Fake Weather, Fake Planes introductory soundtrack. Thank you all for following along. Make sure to press that follow button. Get notifications when you're online. And if you can, subscribe. Help us out. Keep the channel alive. Loyal Patriot 1776. First of all, great username. Second of all, welcome to Fake Weather, Fake Planes. As you can see by the weather that's over there, Pensacola, the only one that's marginal VFR tonight. And it's been that way all night long. It's quite interesting, actually. And now we're getting that ExecJet going to Pensacola. He's going to get some vectors away from the traffic. November 523 Foxtrot, you are... Where are you? Where did you go? I think you're out of my airspace now. What happened to ExecJet? He went to another airspace. He went to Miami. Oh, well. Oh, a 3 Delta Mike. Yeah, you're right here. You're right here. There you are. And we got Myrtle. There's the 3 Sierra Echo going to Myrtle. This is what we get to see when you guys call us and say, hey, where are we at? I'll give you an example. This plane right here, I can't even tell who you are. I have to look at the calls to the flight plan. Make sure you're squawking, 1, the assigned code, normal. would be very helpful. Looks like we lost the American. Oh well. What's going to happen is I'm going to tell you.
Jack Center, Jet 292.
ExecJet 292, Jacksonville Central, good evening. Follow the coastline up to Jacksonville, please.
Coastline up to Jacksonville, we'll call.
Jacob Hansberger, 11, welcome. Thanks for the follow. What my hope is I'll keep him up here. He's going to follow this coastline.
Jacksonville, King Air 3 Sierra Fox, we're going to start that descent.
Roger, 3 Sierra Fox. The field's going to be at your 12 o'clock. I'm going to let you vector as appropriate with the single engine. Report it when you have it in sight.
Field in sight, 3 Sierra Fox. Still running 2 engines, but my right engine's not happy.
Roger, 3 Sierra Fox. Cleared visual approach runway 18. Give me a call when you're on a 5-mile final just as a safety check.
Copy, 3 Sierra Fox. Make visual for runway 18.
What the ExecJet do? It was more because you're flying VFR. I have a plane coming down the
American
arrival.
1024 lost connection, but we're back with you.
American 1024, welcome back. You didn't miss a thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting him up the coast so that Jacksonville approach can take care of him
is back on frequency.
and make life easy. Route 1677, welcome back.
Okay.
It's not a punishment per se, but it's more of just keeping planes separated, especially with VFR, because again, this arrival comes right down here. We don't want them to collapse on each other. TWA 400 traffic is no longer an issue.
Awesome, Todd. Just what I like to hear. Open skies today, 400.
Plus, you get the view of the shoreline. What better could you want? Come on. TWA 400, contact Jack's approach, 124.9. See ya.
124.9. You know, that would have given him some fun for that traffic today, 400. Good night.
Bye. ExecJet didn't do anything wrong. Is to keep the two planes separate. I like to keep VFR against the coastline because what they do is they go right up into here, and then there's Jacksonville right here. I'll highlight it. Okay, Jax. Here it is right here. So if they go up the shoreline, they go right in. It keeps the track of planes separated for safety's sake. I don't want people collapsing on top of each other, especially because he was on top of the arrival corridor. That area is 11,000. Just didn't want him to get whacked. It wouldn't look nice. No, we did have someone, a lovely Viper 25 in an F-16 who got assisted off the network, we'll put it that way. He wasn't technically kicked. He chose to leave, but we helped him to leave. Especially when you're flying an F-18 and your CID is 181. So we knew there was going to be some issues. I'm not profiling, but we can tell sometimes when there's going to be some issues of people doing things that probably are not smart. We'll put it that way. November 523 Sierra Foxtrot to the wind at Myrtle Beach 190 at 9, runway 18 cleared to land.
Cleared to land 18, 3 Sierra Fox.
For those joining us here on another edition of Fake Weather, Fake Planes, I'm Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes. Make sure to press that follow button. Get notification when we're online, and if you can, subscribe. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get one free subscription, just a heads up. You can also gift those subscriptions. So if you'd like to gift someone who has been very helpful to you, who's in our chat, feel free to gift that subscription. We also do have the Discord channel.
Jacksonville Center, citation 963 Delta Mike. Can I step away for about 2 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine. So we have our Discord channel. You can also buy
Roger,
merch.
we will report when we're back.
Adding some new merch in there. By the end of the week, we're going to premiere something new for Memorial Day. which will be cool. We're also, I want to give everyone a heads up. I believe it's going to be the Friday before Memorial Day weekend, I think. Or, excuse me, not the Friday. Excuse me. It's going to be the Saturday before Memorial Day weekend, the 25th. As many know, I am a Marine Corps veteran. And on Memorial Day, we want to do something special. So we're going to do a fundraiser on Fake Weather, Fake Planes on Memorial Day to benefit the USO, the United Services Organization. USO do a lot for our military men and women, especially when they are at airports. You might see the USO lounges. When they come back home, they give guys cell phones so they can call their families. They do a lot. So put it in your calendar. I think I will put something in our Discord channel. I believe it's going to be the 25th on May 25th. I might even do it Veterans Day. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or on Memorial Day, excuse me. We're going to do a fundraiser for the USO. You'll be able to donate here in the chat to help them out. All the money nothing comes to me that day. Everything goes to you, the USO, and it will help them out. Trust me. I think it's a really worthy cause. So plan on your calendar.
Jacksonville Center, Citation Master 2, Mike with that.
758 Foxtrot Zulu.
Okay, that was 2 at once. But Foxtrot Zulu, go ahead. Eight Foxtrot Zulu. Looks like you're in Orlando Approaches airspace. Give him a call if you need anything. And November 5230 Sierra Foxtrot, welcome to the Myrtle Beach. Right turn Bravo 2, straight ahead to the ramp. Have a good one.
All right, 3 Sierra Fox is clearly active, and for your viewers, I had to shell the right engine and feather it right on short final.
You did awesome. Gonna send one over, the VFR aircraft going over to Jack's approach. ExecJet 292, resume VFR, maintain VFR, contact Jack's approach on 124.9. See ya.
124.9, welcome, see ya.
Do have someone coming in, going to St. Petersburg. Looking at our map of destruction, not much going on right now. Very intrigued with Washington going offline with the New York event, but the line towards New York is not too bad, so I don't think they really needed it. Next person we'll be handing off is this American 1024 going to Jax. Let's see, we're still marginal. We're still marginal VFR. You can see Pensacola, still marginal VFR. Let's look at the TAF for the Pensacola airport here. So, should be getting, no, the cloud level stays scattered at 2,300, few clouds at 2,000. So, gonna be IMC conditions. It's marginal VFR, gonna be pretty much IMC conditions into Pensacola tonight. So, interesting. Nobody else has got any issues tonight. It's definitely landing 17, the wind 170 at 10, so nothing new there. So, the fun sometimes of some of the weather that's in our airspace. Rouge 1677, leaving my airspace to the north. Washington is offline. Radar services are terminated. Airfield change approved. Monitor advisory 122. Have a safe flight.
22.8, let's see it.
American 1024, contact Jax approach 124.9. See ya.
124.9 for American 1024. See ya.
Let's find out if any other streamers are still online. We talked about that in SimAware. SimAware.ca, streamer list right now. So Cross Hyperoo, LaGuardia to Milwaukee, 757 Spy, LaGuardia to DC, almost landed in DC. STW222 going from Louisville to Lexington. That's like a sneeze. And then, of course, yours truly.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 1404 with you at flight level 330.
Delta 1404, Jacksonville Center. Good evening. Squawk 7166 in ident.
Seven 166 and ident. Delta 1404.
Waiting on that flash. You'll see the line from an I to 3 lines. That's the way you will know it's the identifier of the mode C transponder and the altitude checking. Delta 1404 radar contact at flight level 330 over Orlando VOR. Good evening. And he is definitely going to Larry. And Loyal Patriot 1776, thank you for the subscribe using your Twitch subscribe.
Center TV 1 Tango Echo, about 50 miles northwest of Pensacola Airport, 1-2000.
November 1 Tango Echo, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Squawk 7464 in ident.
7464 ident, 1 Tango.
We have one going to... Nope, actually, it's farther than you think. So here's... I'll do a space check here, watch. They look like they're close together. They're almost 20 miles out. 20 miles away. It is quite interesting. It looks like they're a lot bigger, but I'll show you in a second the airspace here. November 1 Tango Echo radar contact about, give or take, 20 miles north of Pensy. Expect the ILS approach runway 17 from Pensy.
Looks like ILS 17 from Pensy, number 1 Tango Echo.
And November 1 Tango Echo, proceed direct Pensy, cross Pensy at or above 1,800, cleared the ILS approach runway 17.
Proceed direct to Pensy, cross Pensy at or above 1,800, cleared ILS 17, 1 Tango Echo.
Well, thank you to my Air Force friend, Loyal Patriot 1776. But as I said, at the end of the month, we will do something for the USO. So if you are, if you know people who are military that would like to fly and join us, as I said, there's going to be a fundraiser. Nothing that you donate will be given to me. I will have the donation link online, which will have stuff. How do you know all this stuff? Well, I'll show you my little tricks here. So, I always have my SOPs handy. They're always sitting there, right, ready to go. So this is the Jacksonville Center one, so I can always reference it. The other thing that I have handy is right here. Navigraph is always open. I knew he was crossing Pensy. I've known for a while. So Pensy is up here to intercept the runway 17 localizer. So I always keep it open. It is a very good thing. Well, Patriot, thank you for subbing, for giving to someone else. Gifting two Tier 1 subscriptions. Thank you so much. But I always keep that Navigraph open. It is like that is the lifesaver sometimes when you need to do things. And Loyal Patriot 1776 donated a Tier 1 subscription to Proctech and to let's see, who was the other one? if I can read, into Rinco. So thank you, Patriot, Loyal Patriot 1776, United States Air Force. We thank everyone who has subscribed. If you are not a subscriber, press that subscribe button. Think of the positives here. 1, no ads. So you don't get any ads that tell you how to brush your teeth or tell you what deodorant to use. We can make that decision on our own. 2, you guys help keep me motivated. We're now going to have a website online. It's going to have training courses on how to fly common aircraft, as I like to call it. What do I mean by common? I don't see any Cessna 172s on my screen anywhere. Most people fly Boeing. Most people fly Airbus. We understand that training, you would need that C-172 training, but you're never going to get it. It's not going to happen. So to be able to train you in a basic manner using Moodle to fly your 737 or your A320 in a much better manner, that's the goal of the Moodle website. That will be at fakeweatherfakeplanes.com. I hopefully, knock on wood, will have it up online this week. Just dealing with a database issue because my web server decided to be like aged. I don't know why. So once that's online, I will make an announcement in the Discord chat. We'll have also the IFR and VFR stuff. If you haven't gone to our Discord channel, go to it. It has the IFR, VFR stuff. I'll move that to the Moodle, and it's going to be kind of like a type rating thing. And we're going to add other aircraft, such as that infamous 777 that's about to come out. Also, I've been thinking about it, also the Airbus 380. We're still waiting on that for Microsoft Flight Sim. Supposedly it's in the works. I also have to learn some aircraft, so I'm going to be learning the Airbus 220 because I don't know it. I've heard it's similar to most other Airbuses, so, but we're going to do that stuff. We also will put in some of the other stuff, the King Airs and stuff like that. We're just not doing that right now because if I look at what I got flying around, 737-700, 737-700, A330-900, woo, C-25 Charlie, and a TBM-9. So, you know, I want people to be able to fly on the network and feel comfortable. One of the questions I ask people is, can you do a hold? How comfortable do you feel doing a hold? And a lot of people don't. So that's the goal of these classes, to give you that comfort and to make it step by step so you can go back and look at it later. You can say, oh, yeah, I forgot how to do that. And they're basic. You know, sometimes we forget how to do a heading knob. Some people don't know how to do that. So we're going to make it as easy as we can for you all. And that's what the hope of the Fake Weather, Fake Planes website is going to be. Don't get barbed. November 1 Tango Echo, wind 180 at 6, runway 17 cleared to land.
17 clear to land, 1 Tango Echo.
And 1 Tango Echo, the weather just updated in Pensacola. It's light rain, 10 statute miles visibility, broken at 1400, broken at 19, overcast at 47. Altimeter is 29 or 86.
1 Tango Echo, roger, thanks.
And that's the concern I'm worried about when that PMDG 777 comes out. I might actually take out, I think I still have my X-Plane 11 777, or the X-Plane, yeah, the X-Plane 11, I think I had a 777. And I'm going to practice on it so that I can build something so that when it does come out, which we think it's going to come out very, very soon, if PMDG decides to, or Flight Factor, either one. I want to be able to give a course so that people can understand how to use and feel more confident about using that aircraft. We don't want people... One of the major issues we have in a lot of events, and we've seen it, is pilot competency. People not knowing how to use their aircraft. So this is one of the ways that we can do it here at Fake Weather, Fake Planes. I know the IFR and VFR training courses that we put in our Discord channel, which the link is right there, have
Jackson, Legion 982 for level 360.
Legion 982, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Ident. They did make a difference. I've had people say, "Oh, check out this Discord. It's helping." So get the word out. If you have new people that are in your VAs or wherever they are, send them to our Discord. It will help. Legion 982 radar contact just north of Larry at flight level 360. Have them check out fake weather, fake planes. Have them see what it's all about, because I think it will really help make better pilots for the future. We got one inbound to Pi, KPIE. I believe it's going to be crossing a hard restriction. I have to look this one up. It's one of those ones you kind of go, haven't done in a while. Need to look up what the Tampa area aircraft get. Cape Pi, let's see here. Dade's 1, he's going to be crossing bangs at or below 10,000. So, excuse me, Dade's. Orlean at 13,000. Excuse me, Orlean at 13,000. Allegiant 982 cross Orlean at 13,000. Tampa area altimeter 299
Air cross Olean at 13,000.
Am I a pilot? IR, RL? No. I've always wanted to be. I have been on the VATSIM network for the extremely long time. To give you an idea, my CID, controller ID, is 944652. Hence, I've been around for a while. But I fly on the network all the time. If you ever see the call sign American 7, that's this guy. Most of the time, it's me. So I enjoy. I've also learned a lot from people we have in the Jacksonville RTAC. Many of our controllers are actually real-world pilots. To give you an idea, Eiler Cruz, he is a pilot for Wheels Up. Our ATM Matt Brownback, he's a first officer for Delta. Our DATM is, I believe he's SkyWest. I can't remember what. It's a United Express carrier. I can't remember exactly which one he's in. Based out of Houston. So, so we have a lot of resources of people that actually do this real world versus some other. Just put the screenshot of the right engine on your Discord. I gotta look at this thing. I gotta look at it. Here we go. Yeah, that would be slightly an issue. 20%. Not good. Not that good. Gotta get that up a little bit. 20%. Ew, yuck. Repair right engine. Southwest 513 leaving my airspace to the south. Miami is currently offline. I think. Yep, they're offline. Radar services terminated frequency change approved. Monitor advisory 1-2. Have a safe flight.
Well, monitor advisory, thank you. And we also hit you with the touch file as well.
Thank you. Just passed my private and working on my instrument. Cool. I wish I had the money to do that. But, I can't ask you guys to pay for my pilot's license. Be kind of fun. Be like, hey, can you give me, I'll pay for my pilot's license. If fake planes ever gets that huge, I'll tell you. I hope it does. Gonna need about 7,000 monthly subscribers. But you see people like 757 Spy. He's got 130,000 followers and a bunch of people that subscribe and donate. So maybe it happens. I really want to start flying the CRJ more on the network, but it's just weird. Here's the trick to CRJ. Throw away your VNav. Just forget about it. It's all about speed control. Speed control is the way that CRJ works. I love flying that CRJ. I fly the CRJ-7, I fly the CRJ-9. It's the only time you can be a real pilot. It's all about speed control. Fake weather, fake planes for president. If I'm elected, I will serve. Private pilot here, also a crew chief and a C-130, C-17, so I can fix my right engine with chewing gum. He's not wrong. Remember, the U.S. government buys from the cheapest bidder. I know my M16 A2 and A4 were probably like, I think they were $2.30 to make. So, not saying he's not wrong, but yeah, that C-130 and the C-17 can definitely fixed with some chewing gum. It probably worked better too. Number 1 Tango Echo, welcome to Pensacola. Where are you parking tonight? November 1 Tango Echo, Jacksonville Center.
Yep, sorry about that. Yeah, we're going to the FBO, so the southeast side for 1 Tango Echo.
Roger. You can text the FBO will be Delta Charlie. Have a good one.
Delta Charlie, thanks for the TC 1 Tango Echo. Have a good night.
November 632 Delta Mike. Cross Pensy at 4,000. Expect the ILS approach. Runway 17. What's going to happen is I'm going to cross you through Pensy and bring you right back around.
Roger, we will cross Pensy at 4,000. Expect the ILS for 1753 Delta Mike.
Just pissed me off that the altitude bug doesn't work with the Honeycomb Bravo. You know, I've heard that about the Honeycomb Bravo. I fly Thrustmasters. I use the Thrustmaster Airbuses when I'm flying my CRJ, and it works. Like I said, everything is about speed control on that CRJ-7 and the CRJ-9. I don't have the CRJ-2 because they haven't made one for 2020 yet. Hint, hint to all you developers, CRJ-2. They're fun. They're little speed bullets. But, you know, I use my Thrustmaster. I have the Airbus Thrustmaster. I have the yoke is right here. If my stream would like to show it. Probably not. So, it is here. I also do VR flying. So, right here is my Oculus. If I can drop every cord known to man. So, I occasionally fly VR, which is more fun. If you've never flown VR, it's a whole degree of difference. Being able to look to your left, to your right. How smooth does the Oculus run with your PC? So, I've tested this out in both sims, the Microsoft and the X-Plane. X-Plane, it's very smooth. Get 30, 40, give or take. Microsoft Flight Sim, it is not optimized for VR. And in turn, it is choppy as can be. And I hate that. And I have tweaked every setting whatsoever to try to get it a little bit less choppy. It's just the nature of the beast. It's not optimized for VR. I mean, I've used programs like I have, what's that stupid program that I have on my desk? Let's see. Trying to find the program that I use to... The Oculus Tray tool, I've used that. I've tried everything, and it's like, can they just optimize it? And why can't they add it to Microsoft itself? I don't get that. You know, it is. It's annoying to me. I wish a Sobo would have focused that on that, because I think that is, like I said, in X-Plane, it's a ton of fun. I love flying. In X-Plane, I fly the illegal 737 MAX, the Walter Wright 737 MAX. It's so much fun. It's great. I just want the scenery from Microsoft. It's a whole different world. You really feel like you're there. And if you've got a noise canceling headset like I do right now, I have these headset when I fly. You really get to experience it. Yeah, you had to sing it. I knew you were going to sing it, Florida Man. I was waiting for the Disney quote. It's a whole new experience, and it's a lot of fun. Delta 5592, descend and maintain, flight level 300.
Descend and maintain, flight level 300 for Delta 5592.
You know, so if you get the opportunity to fly in VR, do it in X-Plane.
Jacksonville Center, King Air, November 5230 Fox, Myrtle Beach, VFR, Charles 30 Fox.
King Air 523 Sierra Fox, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Just got to file a V. You're going to be on a Beach 350?
A-firm, I just filed VFR.
Roger, due to the new controller client, we can't see the filing, so I just got to put one in here. Just a heads up for those who fly VFR, we don't see your stuff. November 523 Sierra Foxtrot, maintain VFR at or below 3000, departures with me, squawk 2233.
2233 at or below 3000 with you, 3 Sierra Fox.
3 Sierra Fox, read back correct. Push stars. Discretion, contact me for taxi. Expect rolling 18 for departure. Myrtle Beach altimeter is 2984. Yeah, so those who do fly, if you fly a VFR flight plan, we don't see it. Just a heads up. I normally sit around 10 to 15 FPS with the Oculus. It's off when I
Jacksonville
can't
Center,
find effects,
Delta
yeah.
5592 with a request if possible.
Go ahead.
Actually, I don't know if it's too late, but due to the fact that we have no controls down in Miami, could I divert to my alternate, which is Orlando?
Roger. Fly heading 090, descend and maintain 11,000.
090 and descending for even south, but that's 5592.
5592, can you put in the Elena arrival in your FMC?
Of course, affirmative, Elena arrival.
Roger. Proceed direct Surfer, cross Surfer at 14,000, do a procedure turn at Surfer to rejoin the Elena 1 arrival.
Direct Surfer and then join the Elena arrival for the 5592.
And just make sure you do a procedure turn at Surfer so that you can get back on course.
But should I get now to 090?
Yeah, I would do 090, get away from the coast a little bit, and then once you have everything planned in there, just direct Surfer and then cross Surfer at 14.
Surfer at 14, sir. Delta 5592.
So he wants to divert. I have no problem with that.
Center 3 Sierra Fox, ready to taxi VFR.
November 523 Sierra Fox. Give me 1 second. Again, I have to look up to make sure I know the taxiways because I screwed this up yesterday. November 523 Sierra Foxtrot to runway 18 taxi via Bravo.
18 via Bravo, 3 Sierra Fox.
And I felt like an idiot when I did that. I was controlling the other day and I didn't look it up and I gave him the wrong way. I gave the inside versus the outside. I gave him Alpha instead of Bravo. But that's what happens when you don't look it up. But that's why we have charts. Always have your charts. And if you can't afford Navigraph for some reason, this website, I'm going to put it down there if I can type. That website's free. All the U.S. charts are in there. Go check it out. So never get caught not having charts. Never tell a controller you don't have charts. You have charts, get them. Airnav.com can save you a lot of torture. And a lot of things, another thing to remember is a lot of SIDS and stars have expect. expect will not be put in your FMC. Once I get these three aircraft to check in, I'll show you what I mean in just a second here. Floor flight, bingo. They're all there. The resources are there.
Jacksonville Center, good evening. Delta 1041 with you, flight level 340.
Delta 1041, Jacksonville Center, ident.
Delta 1041, ident.
Delta 1041, radar contact over charge, flight level 340. Good evening.
Jacksonville, good evening. This is Erica 905 with you at 380.
Air Canada 905, Jacksonville Center. Good evening, my friend. Ident for me, please.
Doral.
American 1241 with you climbing 27.7 for 34.
American 1241, Jacksonville Center. Good evening. Radar contact about 20 miles south of the Fayetteville VOR. Good evening. Air Canada 905, radar contact about 20 miles to the west of the Chesterfield VOR at flight level 380. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. That's informative. Thank you.
So I'm going to show a chart here. This is going to be Bradley International Airport on the Deer Park arrival. This is the Deer Park to arrival. Down here, see how it says expect flight level 190. Expect 11,000. Those expects will not be in your FMC. Even if you put the arrival in there, they will not be in there. They have to be controlled and given. But here's the thing. What if the controller's offline? So you want to program. I always tell people, program these. Always look at the chart. If it says expect, program it in your FMC. What's the worst the controller doesn't give it to you? He says cross, he might just say cross Madison at 11. Okay, coop-de-doo. Doesn't hurt to cross Deer Park at 19 unless some reason he's not crossing you there. So always check the chart. Make sure that there's something there that, you think about what these real world pilots do. And I watch Big Ern, he's a Southwest pilot on YouTube. Big Ern always talks about prepping everything. You never know when something will go wrong. He preps everything. So you got to do the same. Prep everything. You never know when something is going to be different than what you expect. Always prep it. It doesn't hurt. What'd you lose? 3 minutes of not being in the air? Meh. To me, I'd rather prep it than make issues. November 523, Sierra Foxtrot, the wind 190 at 9, runway 18, clear for takeoff straight out. Departure approved.
Departure. Clear for takeoff 18, straight out. 305.
Center number 2256, Whiskey, we'll let you cancel IFR after this one.
November 2256, Whiskey, we're about to cross into Miami's airspace, but they're offline. So safe travels, my friend. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Good night.
Are you sticking around or getting off soon? Probably another 50 minutes. I'll be on for another 50 minutes. I might have to get another can of buble, because I'm out of buble. Cool. But yeah, when it comes to VR, I highly recommend I did an X-plane the other day. I was like, oh, this is great. Yeah, the scenery's not perfect, but whatever. Delta 5592, give a call to Orlando Approach 124.8. See ya.
Overland approach on the 124.8 for Delta 5592. Thank you for
That's
open
not
report.
good, Nate. I never had an issue with X-plane, so that's weird. November 523 Sierra Foxtrot radar contact, the altitude passing.
3 Sierra Fox, 1200 for 3000.
It's 3 Sierra Foxtrot, maintain appropriate VFR altitudes, proceed on course.
3 Sierra Fox, on course.
Better Pushbacks had some issues lately, which drives me nuts. I don't know what's going on with that. That's just having super issues. Delta 1404 leaving my airspace to the north. Atlanta's offline radar services are terminating frequency change approved. Monitor advisory 122.8. Have a safe flight.
Delta 1404, have a good night. Thank you for your services.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 5200 with you. Just reach flight level 16,000.
Delta Lima 5200 Jacksonville Center. Good evening. Climb maintain for 360.
Good evening. Out of 16,000, climbing to flight level 360.
So, fun thing.
Delta 5200.
He is not Delta. United States will use 3-letter identifiers. DAL 5200 would be Delta. So that's why I said Delta Lima 5200. Just to know, 3-letter identifiers. November 523 Sierra Foxtrot leaving the Class Charlie airspace. Squawk and maintain VFR. Safe travels.
3 Sierra Fox, after
A lot of people. Somebody asked me the other day, why don't I do flight following for VFR? And here's my heartburn on this, and I love you all dearly. Do fly VFR. What is the point of flight following? Think about it. 1, weather. 2, to point you out when you crash. So, in Microsoft Flight Sim, I'm not going to send out Rescue 1. Be kind of fun if I could, click, send Rescue 1, he's crashed. 2, y'all have radars. And it's VFR requirement. You're maintaining visual separation. Now, I can give you traffic advisories, but I can't make you turn.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 118 passing 260, going for 360.
Delta 118, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Ident.
Ident, Delta 118.
Like that, I have nothing wrong with it. I just go, if you want to fly VFR and you want to fly flying, okay, fine. Yeah, it's... If you watch real-world scopes, you don't see a lot of people getting flight following. I also think it's some people, when they fly VFR, they feel like they need to talk to somebody. That when they're so used to flying IFR, they got to talk to somebody. Now they're not talking to somebody. It's like, I got to talk to somebody. You don't. Enjoy the scenery. Delta 118, radar contact over the Fayetteville VOR, flight level 280, climb maintain flight 360.
Climb maintain 360, Delta 118.
Yeah, enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the peace and quiet, too, sometimes. I feel like a lot of flight simmers are allowed to fly VFR in a C-172 or TBM or WE.
Legion 1294, you're flying with 390.
Legion 2966, Jacksonville Center, good evening, ident. And we see a ton of that, sadly, is a lot of people flying Cessna 172 that want IFR clearance. And it's fine, you can do it. I just say if you're going to fly a small plane like that, first check if the tower's what airspace classification the field is in. Charlie, is it Bravo,
Delta
Charlie,
wanting
Delta?
permission to leave for 10 minutes.
Give me a call on your back. Leading 2966 radar contact over the Donlin VOR at flight level 390. Good evening. Gotta look up Sanford Shrek. This is the one that I always mess up, and sounds horrible that I mess it up as a center controller. But it has a very unique way. It crosses a lot of airspaces, which is a kind of annoying. Let's see, it's sector 78 for the high, so Sanford's going to be Shrek arrival, Ocala boundary at 240, which is fine. So we're going to look at Ocala, which is 15. Shrek is to F11, Shrek. Wind or Gerting at 11,000, and then you transfer to Jack's approach. So this will be interesting. I got to look this one up because I don't have it memorized. It's going to be Wand or Gerting. Let's see. Shrek. And he's coming in on the bite. So it's a Wand. Allegiant 2966, cross Wand at 11,000.
11,000 Allegiant 2966.
For those joining us, welcome to another edition of Fake Weather, Fake Planes. I am Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes.
Jacksonville Center, good evening. Spearing 1209 is F level 370, about 20 miles northwest of Fitzgerald.
Spirit Wings 1209, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Descend via the Grinch 5 arrival, Orlando landing to the south. Orlando altimeters 299 or 2.
Descend via the Grinch 5, landing south, bearing 1209.
November 6-3 Delta Mike, fly heading 270, descend maintain 2,000.
At 270 on the heading, down to 2,000 for Delta Mike.
Gonna give him a quick insert into Pensacola. Just got to remember the crossing. It's going to be Brent. 17 at Brent. And if I remember right, Brent. Let's find Brent. It's pretty much halfway in the field, so that's perfect. But those joining us, welcome to another edition of Fake Weather, Fake Planes. I'm Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes. Make sure to press that. Actually, slam that follow button. Get notifications when we're online. And if you can, subscribe. Air Canada 905, descend via the Get Out 1 arrival. Orlando altimeters 299 or 2.
Got your message, and Orlando 2992. Got it. Thank you.
And as the lovely moderator chat says, join our Discord. Check it out. It is very helpful to all those who are new pilots. Got a whole training session on how to do IFR flying. Allegiant 982 leaving my airspace of South. Tampa's offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency approved. Monitor advisory 12. Have a safe flight.
And have a good night, Allegiant 982. See ya.
Specifically, not how to operate the aircraft, but how to talk on the frequency. What is expected? Talking about clearance delivery. Do you know craft? November 6-3 Delta Mike, you are, let's see. You are 10 miles from Brent. Fly heading 170. Maintain 1,700 till established on the localizer. Clear the ILS approach, runway 17.
All right, left heading 170, maintain 1,700 until established, cleared ILS 17 for 3 Delta Mike.
3 Delta Mike, let's make it, actually I think you can intercept. If you can't intercept, you can make the left turn heading 160, that would give you that should put you right dead on it.
Yeah, I'm coming up on it now. I think I might overshoot just a little bit, but I should be able to maintain it for 3 Delta Mike.
Roger. American 1241, descend be the Looney 1, arrival runway 8 transition, Jacksonville, altimeter is 2988.
Looney 1 for runway 8, 2988 for American 1241.
But our Discord channel has all sorts of fun stuff. I know some people have already joined it today. You can see all the training channels, IFR training from wheels down, the IFR basics, basic IFR clearance in the network, talking about craft, all the way to we're cruising to a hold. Can I guess what that one's about? And then what about if the tower is closed? I'll tell you, here in this airspace, there's a bunch of towers about to close at 11 o'clock.
Delta 118, we're back.
Welcome back. November 63 Delta Mike, the wind at Pensacola, 17011, runway 17, cleared to land.
Runway 17, clear to land, 3 Delta Mike.
So it's good to know about those uncontrolled ops, which you will get. And as I said early in the stream, we're going to have some new merch added to our merchandise stuff. I'm working on a Memorial Day hat dealing with fake weather, fake planes, which I think is going to be really awesome. And as I said in the beginning of the stream, we're going to do at the end of the month, I think it's going to either be the Monday of Memorial Day or the Saturday beforehand. We're going to do a fundraiser. You'll be able to give in the stream, in the Discord stream, to the USO. I'm going to make a cool background and everything. And I'll also find a video about the USO, which I'll share on the channel. It's going to be a fundraiser for the USO. If you don't know about the USO, you can learn more at I think it's uso.gov. Honestly, I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's find out. USO.org, excuse me. USO.org, the United Services Organization. They do a lot for our military men and women when they come home from deployment. They have cell phones ready to talk so they can call their families. You might see the USO rooms at airports. All of those rooms are volunteers. They cook meals. They don't ask for anything in return. They don't ask for money in return. It's a way that they give. So this is the way that we can help out the USO, is by donating to them. As I said, it's going to be the end of the month. We will do that fundraiser. It will be a chat. It will be an ad-free day. I will make it an ad-free day. So it's a way that we can give back to those who give, especially during this upcoming Memorial Day. It's a way we can salute our military. We will also be doing something in November for Veterans Day. We'll do a fundraiser for Veterans Day in November, hoping the fake weather, fake planes crowd can join us and help us out, help those military men and women out who they like I said, I've gone to the USO many times. I enjoy the USO. Those guys are awesome. I've helped out at USOs. I remember coming back from the Middle East and getting a cell phone so I could call my family and say, hey, I'm back stateside. To have a guy to talk to when I got back. The USO really does a lot of great things. They're there when you leave. They're there when you come back. So looking forward to being able to fundraise for them. That will be at the end of the month. We will do that. And I will put it in the Discord chat when we'll do that fundraiser. It looks like the weather got better. Let's look at Pensacola.
Delta 118, we're going to have to disconnect.
See ya.
See ya.
So let's look at the weather at Pensacola. Let's see, PNS. Still saying scattered, so it might be that the METAR and VATSIM is a little behind. So we'll see what happens. Yes. Okay. Okay. My control, Bravo Echo. So that will add this. Spirit Wings will now be under my, excuse me, the Allegiant will be under my control after he crosses the fix at 11. I'll give him down to 5, and then he'll go to Orlando approach. Orlando does control Sanford. That's why they call it Orlando Sanford International Airport. And yeah, there's the change in pens. Oh no, it hasn't changed. Interesting. It's showing one thing and doing another, so we'll see what happens. My weather does come from the FAA, so I'm guessing the VATSIM servers are a little behind. I actually just opened up scattered at 1400, so that's why it is IM VMC conditions, because it's scattered at 1400. November 963 Delta Mike, welcome to Pensacola. You're parking at General Aviation?
Affirm. We're going to go over to the Pensacola Aviation Center for Delta Mike.
Roger. You can taxi the Pensacola Aviation Center. Charlie 2 straight ahead. Have a good one.
All right, Charlie 2, then straight to the FBO for Delta Mike. Appreciate all the help. Great stream. Keep up the good work. See you, brother.
Thank you. American 1241, you expect the visual approach runway 8. American 1241, you expect the visual approach runway 8.
What's with the visual runway 8 for American 1241?
Jacksonville, King Air 5230 Fox, request clearance into Charleston, Charlie.
30 Fox, clear that you can maintain VFR below at maintain VFR squawk 2233.
Maintain VFR squawk 2233.
And 23 Sierra Foxtrot, read back correct. Actually, I believe you're above the class Charlie in that airspace. Let me look it up. Give me 1 second.
Charlie starts at tops off at 4,000. I'm going to be descending.
Roger, you going into Charleston?
Affirm, into Charleston.
Roger, expect runway 15.
We'll prepare for 1530 Fox.
And 30 Fox, give me a call when you've got the field in sight.
Sierra Fox has the field.
30 Fox, enter a left downwind runway 15. The wind at Charleston is 200 at 7 altimeter is 2986.
Winner left downwind 15, 30 Fox.
Jacksonville Center, good evening. American 738, flight level 370 inbound.
American 738, Jacksonville Center, ident. And November 523 Sierra Fox, wind at Charleston 200 at 7, runway 15, clear for the full stop.
Clear full stop, runway 15, 30 Fox.
American 738, radar contact about 10 miles south of Pelican at flight level 370. Good evening.
Radar identify, flight level 370, American 738, good evening.
Got one landing Charleston. I also like to know, I know that field does, I don't think it closes. Let me double check. Charleston, it does not, okay. like, I don't think that closes. It's kind of a busy field with the Air Force there. It's also a field that most Marines will know because they get dropped off going to boot camp at Parris Island there. Delta 1041, contact Houston Center 134.42. See ya.
13442. Love you, Mr. Fake Weather.
See ya. I'm intrigued to find out. I'm gonna look this up because I know it's Wand and Gertang at 11. Jack's approach takes the Sanford arrival. Now I'm gonna have to look at the Jack's approach SOP. I believe it's a descent to 5, if I remember right. It is descend to 5. November 523 Sierra Foxtrot. That was 2-1, but perfectly fine. Welcome to Charleston. Where are you parking?
3 Sierra Fox is over to
Jacksonville Center, spare wings 2911, 9.6, climbing 16,000.
Spirit Wings 2911, Jacksonville Center. Good evening. Climbing team level 360.
Level 360, spare wings 2911.
November 523 Sierra Foxtrot. If you're going to the FPO, it's way on the other side. It's over on off of Gulf.
for 3 Sierra Fox.
Roger, you can taxi the FPO via Charlie Golf, cross runway 15.
Charlie Golf, cross 15, 3 Sierra Fox.
We all heard
Fake weather flight planes. Jacksonville Center, American 1446, passing 8,000 for 16.
American 1446, Jacksonville Center, fake weather, fake planes here. Climb maintain, flight level 320.
Climb maintain 320, American 1446.
Nice. Yeah, ZHU is online. Everyone go invade their airspace. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jacksonville Center, good evening. 181 Foxtrot Alpha at flight level 280, about 10 miles to the southeast of Oakney.
181 Foxtrot Alpha, Jacksonville Center, radar contact. No question, Mike Control Bravo Echo. Spirit Wings 1209, expect the visual approach, runway 18 right.
Second visual 18 right, Spirit Wings 1209.
Jacksonville Center, Spirit Wings 9341, flight level 380.
Spirit Wings 9341, Jacksonville Center, ident.
Ident Spirit Wings 9341, there's the flash.
Allegiant 2966, expect the visual approach, runway 9 left.
Well,
Spirit Wings 9331, radar contact about 20 miles south of the Florence, southeast of the Florence VOR. Good evening. Air Canada 905, expect the visual approach runway 17 right.
Jack Center, Aircraft 905, leaving 30 for descent.
Roger. Expect the visual approach runway 17 right. Spirit Wings 9341, descend via the get out 1 arrival. Orlando altimeter is 2992. Expect the visual approach runway 17 right.
Descend via get out 1, expect 17 right, Spirit Wings 9341.
November 181 Foxtrot Alpha, descend via the Looney 1 arrival. Runway 8 transition. Jacksonville altimeter is 2988. Expect the visual approach runway 8.
Jackson over 159 Delta Kilo information Delta.
Looney 1 arrival down to, can you repeat that waypoint?
Descend via the Looney 1 arrival, runway 8 transition. Jacksonville altimeter is 2988. Expect the visual approach runway 8.
Expect visual approach runway 8, 2988 on the altimeter, Looney 1.
And there was somebody else checking in.
Yes, sir. November 159 Delta Kilo West Transit Orlando information Delta IFR to Jacksonville.
November 159 Delta Kilo, no flight plan on file.
Poop. Do it again.
Fail.
Center, American 1446, request stepway for 5 minutes.
Give me a call when you're back.
We'll go.
Delta Lima 5200, leaving my airspace to the north. Atlanta's offline. Radar services are terminated. Frequency change approved. Monitor advisory 122. Have a safe flight. I don't think he's going to actually respond to me. Delta Lima 5200, leaving my airspace to the north. Atlanta's offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved. Monitor advisory 122.8. Have a safe flight. Nope. Chuck, you're cleared to Jack's Worms. Orlando 6 departure. Radar vectors Worms. That is filed. Maintain 7000. Departure with me. Squawk 4332.
Do you say 4332 for 159 Jacksonville?
That would be yours, yes. 59 Delta Kilo, read back, correct, push the stars at your discretion, contact me for taxi, expect runway 18 right for departure, Orlando altimeter is 2992.
2992, I didn't get time to read the whole thing back, thank you, 159 Delta Kilo.
I trust my Jacksonville controllers. Allegiant 2966, descend to maintain 5000.
Alright, Delta Legion 2966.
Would have pissed you off, but it's one of those things where I go, know what you're doing. If everyone else is a 3-letter call sign, you kind of got to do the same thing. There's a reason for it. Because Delta, D-A-L, is not the same. Exactly. Hence, maybe I'll do that. I'll do a pilot training on call signs. Be one of my newest things. We always love seeing the people that fly up the C-172. They sign up as, their call sign is C-172. No. That's not a valid airplane call sign. But can't fix everything. Or anything sometimes.
Jax, good evening. 3 Pop Whiskey radio check.
Yep, you got a radio and it checks.
Very good, sir.
Don't do radio checks. It's a waste of radio time. Spirit Wings 1209 after Yagu. Fly heading 150. Descend and maintain 3000.
150 and 3000 after Yagu for Springs 1209.
What do you do during the day? Sleep. No. I actually own my own business. So that's what I do during the day. It is not aviation related in any way. I wish it was, but it is nowhere close. We have a Class Bravo Buster. No, 6,000 in that area. He's good. Gotta turn on satellite field because I don't have this one memorized of where the fix is. Let's see. Satellite. Do, 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 do. I don't have the satellite fields handy. Interesting. I'm just gonna have to wing it. Exactly. So that's I say it to people too many times. It's like you don't need to do a radio check. Your radio works. I love when they say mic check. That's my newest favorite one. Yeah, and the way I respond to people is like, yep, this is a mic. That's my newest one. I love when I get mic. Mic, can I get a mic check? Yeah, here's a mic. I'm a mic. Have a good day. They don't know how to respond. They're like, okay. Yeah. And I look at them and I go, yeah, it sounds as dumb as you said it. But that's okay.
Jackson over 159 Delta Kilo radio taxi from the west ramp.
9 Delta Kilo, runway 18 right, taxi via Alpha.
18 right via Alpha, 159 Delta Kilo.
Yep, because my first name is Mike. It just makes them hate me. I hear you. I did, Nate. You're good. It could be a radio issue. Who knows? Make sure you're in VPILOTS, I'm guessing. X-Plane. Are you...
Center 9530 Charlie is a Vision Jet. We are west of the Orlando VOR, inbound for Sanford at 3000, requesting flight following.
30 Charlie. Can't give you flight following right now, but give me a call when you're about 10 miles from the field.
Wilco, 9530 Charlie.
It could be. I had that happen with my stream. My rig, the 2080 was bottlenecking. It's not fun. Got two planes pretty close here. I think the Allegiant's going to be number 1.
Center, American 1446. Is there a mic here?
Yes, there's a mic here.
Center, Delta 5200, I'm leaving your airspace. Am I allowed to switch frequencies?
I already gave you off a long while ago.
I do apologize. I missed that. I stepped away for a minute. Am I good to go?
Yep.
Thank you. Good evening.
Legion 2966, any chance for direct Olna?
You can proceed direct.
Thanks.
And 2966, when you get the field in sight, give me a call.
We'll let you know.
November 159 Delta Kilo, upon departure, fly heading 270. The wind is 170 at 4, runway 18 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 18 right, heading 270, 159 Delta Kilo.
And at Legion 2966, just so you know, you're going to be following probably a VFR aircraft. He's going to be reporting me on a 10-mile final, so he might be number 1, you might be number 2. We'll figure it out, though.
Roger, I'll be in the lookout.
American 1241, descend and maintain 3000, maintain present heading.
3000 present heading, American 1241.
You should have said no. See, that would be mean of me, and I've been accused of being mean too many times. I don't need mean Mike. I've had that happen a few times. I don't use punishment. I'm going to say the delay.
United 1187, climbing through 34,500 feet for flight level 360.
United 1187, Jacksonville Center, good evening, ident.
Ident, United 1187.
Legion 2966, got the deal.
2966, roger. I'm going to make you number 1. You're cleared for the visual approach, runway 9 left.
Visual 9 left, Legion 2966.
United 1187, radar contact about, give or take, 10 miles from the Florence VOR to the east. Descend via the Looney 1 arrival, runway 8 transition, Jacksonville altimeter. Actually, stand by. Yep, Jacksonville altimeter is 2988.
Descend via the Looney 1, arrival, runway 8.
159 Delta Kilo, TCAS.
United 1187.
American 1241, contact Jack's approach. Sorry, I forgot he was on line. 124.9.
Over to approach 249 American 1241.
November 159 Delta Kilo, Jacksonville Center, radar contact. Fly heading 270, climb maintain 16,000.
Up to 16,000, 159 Delta Kilo.
Sphere wings 1209. The field is at your 1 o'clock and about 15 miles reported in sight.
Airport's inside, bearing 1209.
1209, clear visual approach, runway 18 right. The wind Orlando is 170 at 4118 right, clear to land.
Clear is approach 18 right, go to land 18 right, bearing 1209.
I'm not going to say they're games, they're strategic maneuvers. And Allegiant 2966, he's going to be number 1, you're not going to be number 2. There's a distance between you guys.
No problem.
And just so you can, he's at your 12 o'clock at about 2,500.
We got him inside.
Roger, you can follow that traffic. He's, I can't tell you what he's reporting because he's not reporting yet, but I would assume he's doing about 150 over the ground.
Just load up.
American 1241 approaching and responding.
Who was that?
That was American 1241.
And what would you like?
Approaching and responding to our call.
Give him a call again. He's on 124.9.
Alright, 249 for American 1241.
Center 9530 Charlie Vision Jet reporting with you west of the field, inbound for full stop.
November 9530 Charlie, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Runway 9 left, cleared for the full stop.
Clear land, full stop, 9 left, 9530 Charlie.
And maintain your best speed till about a 5-mile final. I got a Legion Airbus behind you coming in. I don't want him to run you over.
We'll call. We'll keep it up. 9530 Charlie.
And Allegiant 2966, you're following that Vision jet. Runway 9 left, cleared to land. What is the most moronic thing you've heard on VATSIM? With you? Dave would enjoy that one. Honestly, I've heard my mom told me to disconnect. I like that one. My mom told me I need to disconnect. What was another good one that just like, really? November 159 Delta Kilo, proceed direct to Guano. Proceed on course.
Guano, resume my navigation. 159 Delta Kilo, thanks.
Trying to think of the other ones that I've heard. I think the best one was my mom told me to disconnect. It was like, wow. And you remind yourself, yes, it is a sim. It is simulation, so I can't. Spirit Wings 1209, the wind 170 at 4, only 18 right, cleared to land.
18 right, clear lane, Spirit Wings 1209.
Trying to think of the other ones that I've heard that you get used to some of the ones that you just like, really? Yeah, that was with an event happening too. Diversion during the event, hence why I have fake weather, fake planes. What else is the... My computer told me to do it. Oh, God, that happens too many times. My computer told me to do it. You know, my computer said, oh, just turn. Okay, Hal. That's what I look at it. Hal did that. They're just... Everyone blames their computer. They don't know how to actually fly a plane, which is quite fun. I don't have that waypoint in my FMC when receiving. Oh, God. See, I can deal with that in the reroute. It's when they file it and they don't have
Jack, 905. If Orlando is off, I would request 17 left for landing, if possible.
I'm giving you 17 right, so you don't have to taxi so far.
I'll take 17 left. I used to use that. If you don't mind, I will go for 17 left.
Roger, you can expect 17 left from Banya.
Yes, indeed, from Banya, you bet.
It happens too many times. People file a flight plan.
Center, good evening, JetBlue 471 with you, flight level 360.
JetBlue 471, Jacksonville Center ident. They'll file a flight plan and they don't have the route in their FMC. You're like, really? You filed it and you can't fly it. Why are you wasting my time? It just that drives me nuts. It's like, if you file it, look it up. Make sure that you can fly it. November 9530 Charlie, welcome to Sanford. Right turn off the runway, taxi to the ramp via... Looks like you're not going to make Lima. So right turn off at Bravo 3. Bravo 3, Bravo Lima to the ramp, cross 9 center.
Bravo 3, Bravo Lima to the ramp, clear to cross 17953 Charlie.
And lead 2966, the Vision jet's getting off the runway here momentarily. I do. I have, so I'll show you the other side. This is the Tracon side. So I have, there's the Tracon, here's the ground. So that's why I can see what they did.
Another way.
Roger, and please return the dirt that you just took off of my area, please.
Replace your divots.
Thank you. Keep Sanford clean.
Spirit Wings 1209. Clear 18 left, or correction, clear 18 right on Echo for airside 1.
Spirit Wings 1209, taxi to airside 1 via Echo and another taxiway. Give me 1 second.
Echo and then another taxiway, steering still 09.
I don't have them all memorized, sorry. I know, horrible controller. Taxi airside 1 via Echo Bravo 5, cross runway 18 left.
Echo Bravo 5, cross 18 left on Echo, steering still 09.
Allegiant just doesn't feel like a real airline. It is, though. They're like that little kid that you go, oh, I feel bad for you. You don't fly at night? Aw, no overnights? Aw. I guess mommy didn't like you. United 1187, descend via the Looney 1, arrival, runway 8, transition, Jacksonville, altimeter is 2988.
Descend via the Looney 1, arrival, runway 8, transition, 2988, United 1187.
I know, horriblecontroller.edu. I didn't, vector people properly and, run 58 fields. I should have these all memorized, I know. We had an S1 in here earlier who was a Raleigh-Durham S1. I'm like, you don't have to memorize everything. We just expect you to know.
159 Delta Kilo will be away from the yoke for a moment. Going to check out this new porta potty they installed in the update.
Ooh, enjoy the porta potty. Air Canada 905 after Banya, fly heading 210. The field will be at, descend and maintain 3000. The field will be at your 11 o'clock and about 15 miles report in sight.
Yeah, roger that. After Banya, we're going to be doing, you said 210 in the heading?
That's affirmative. Yes, I am a robot. It's the new I center. Do you normally control GX or do you normally control ZJX or any other airspaces? So
9 Delta Kilo is back, and I didn't realize it didn't come with laboratory service.
Ooh, I bring that back.
I can't. It's already gone.
Oh. So do I normally control ZJX in any other airspace? I'm a visitor for Boston, but I'm not certified for anything except for their minor fields. So occasionally you might see me on Bradley Approach. KBDL, BDL, APP.
Hey, Jacksonville, JetBlue 471, ready for level 360.
JetBlue 471, Jacksonville Center, good evening. Wait a second, Mr. Streamer. This is a real-life simulated airspace. You're not allowed to have fun on this airspace. Some people think that way, sadly. Some people take this sometimes just a wee bit too seriously. And you go, your mother must love you. I'll call my supervisor myself. Here he comes. I'm gonna get the supervisor myself. JetBlue 471 radar contact about 50 miles south of the Wilmington VOR. Good evening. Ah, congratulations, Nate. November 159 Delta Kilo, descend to be the Cuban 1, arrival runway 8 transition, Jacksonville altimeter is 2988.
2988 and we'll send by the arrival 159 Delta Kilo.
I could beat up your dad. My dad's kind of a wuss anyways. I love my father, but... Our Allegiant friend is about to land. Air Canada 905 field is at your 12 o'clock, 15 miles.
Yeah, I see it. Everything is fine.
Air Canada 905 cleared visual, approach runway 17 left. The wind at Orlando, 170 at 4, runway 17 left, cleared to land.
Hey, check remarks, free to land 70 left. Thank you.
So a question was asked, how do I remember who I've given clearances to land? So something I'll occasionally do when it gets busy is you'll see...
Jackson, Twin Star 66 Mike.
Twin Star 66 Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, 66 Mike is at Columbia, requesting clearance out of the class Charlie to the east. Destination is Myrtle Beach. We're going to be cruising at 11.5, requesting fly following.
Stand by. Allegiant 2966, welcome to Sanford. Taxi the ramp on this frequency. You can cross all runways.
On this frequency, Allegiant 2966.
November 66 Mike, you said you're going to Myrtle?
Paper.
Six Mike, maintain VFR at or below 3,000. Departure with me, squawk 4207.
Maintain VFR departures with you, squawk 4207 for 66 Mike. We're short of Bravo. Correction, Echo, ready for taxi.
Roger, your readback is correct. The winds are calm. I can give you 11 for the straight, or I can give you 29. You can do the curve.
Yeah, 29 at Bravo works.
Runway 29 at Bravo, taxi via Bravo.
66 Mike, Wilco.
Didn't start my 8 cars. I don't think I made a button for feedback. If you ever want to leave feedback to the bosses, that is the RTAX website. Feel free. Tell them how much I'm a horrible person and I have no friends. I'm kidding. American 738 leaving my airspace to the north. Washington quit a long time ago. Radar services terminated. Frequency approved. Monitor advisory 12 putting up a safe flight.
All right, going to the dark side for 738. Appreciate it, Bill. We'll see you.
See you.
66 Mike's ready at 29.
6 Mike, November 66 Mike, wind calm, runway 29 at Bravo, clear for takeoff, right, downwind departure approved.
Right, downwind departure to the east approved, 29, Bravo 3, clear for takeoff, 66 Mike.
I think Myrtle Beach is closed now. Let's see, are they closed at 11 now? Or is it 12? It is 11. Myrtle Beach is closed. He can get flight following to a termination. Kind of going in a little overtime tonight. Nothing wrong with a little overtime. 3 hours, 34 minutes into the stream. We thank you all for joining us. If you haven't pressed the like button, the follow button, press that sucker. Slam that sucker shut. Press that follow button, get notifications when we're online. And if you can, subscribe. Honolulu was online for 6 hours. Ugh. Denny Apps, thank you for the subscribe. Means a lot.
Jacksonville Central, good evening. This is American 4178 Heavy with you, Flower 290.
American 4178, Jacksonville Center. Good evening, ident. November 66 Mike. Radar contact, say altitude passing.
66 Mike's at 1,000 climbing.
66 Mike, maintain appropriate VFR altitudes, proceed on course. Just a heads up, Myrtle Beach Tower did close 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, 66 Mike, roger.
November 159 Delta Kilo, contact Jacksonville approach 124.9. See ya.
24-9, have a good night.
Air Canada 905, welcome to Orlando, the home of the Mickey of the Mouse. Right turn on Foxtrot. Cross runway 17 right and tell me where you're parking. American 4178, radar contact over Orlando VOR.
10 for 4170.
I don't think Air Canada 905 got me. Bad Jeopardy music. 'Cause I haven't found the soundboard yet. We got to make a soundboard for this. That's my next thing for the stream is a soundboard. Air Canada 905, where are you parking tonight?
I'm going to the gate 94.
Roger. You can taxi the Airside 4 via Foxtrot Echo 5. Straight ahead to the ramp. Have a great one. See ya.
I think we are where they are, and appreciate that, and have a good night. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
When you're handing off to another controller, how does the coordination work? Is it set up in the software client to talk to each other?
Yeah, 66 Mike, stepping out for a second. I'm going to grab some beer.
Ooh, only if you bring back good beer.
All right.
Better share, man.
So, what happens is the controller clients talk to each other.
But you better bring me some as well.
We all use the same client. It's called CRC.
I'm not trying to get in
does a
trouble.
handoff, so it does work.
No cops or anything legal.
Maybe I am one.
Spirit Wings 2911 leaving my airspace to the north. Atlanta never showed up today. Sad. Boo-hoo. Radar services are terminated. Frequency change approved. Monitor Unicom 122 have a safe flight.
Good night, Spirit Wings 2911.
Spirit Wings 9341, are you parking at Airside 1?
Negative. Airside 4, Spirit Wings 9341.
Okay. I mean, I know it's a repo call sign, but I mean, you know. We'll continue on the craziness for another 6-7 minutes here, and then we'll call it quits. But then, thank you to you all for those who have subscribed, those who are following us. You have made the difference. I thoroughly enjoy controlling. I thoroughly enjoy bringing to the network something different and showing the fun side of all the controllers. You know, this is the thing we love to do, to work with you all. I've been around VATSIM for way too many years. I realize actually VATGov2, Don DeFoss, has a higher number than I do, and I went, that means I've been around VATSIM longer than Don. That's a long time. But we love doing this. We love working with pilots that want to learn. And if you're wanting to learn, you're in the right place. Fake weather, fake planes is the place to learn. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Thank you for those who subscribed, those who have donated, those who bought merch. Thank you all for being a part of Fake Weather, Fake Planes. We're going to continue keeping this thing crazily going. I think the next stream is going to be Thursday night. Thursday night is, I think...
Jackson, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Do I go right way or should I turn back?
You can continue that way. Left turn on Juliet Lima Kilo, cross runway 17 right, and then hotel to Hotel 3.
From the place I am right now, should I continue or should I get back?
You can continue. Just left turn on to Juliet.
Perfect. Left turn to Juliet. Okay, fine.
Am I able to put... I've been trying to. The stupid program won't keep a tracker yet. I just got the tracker to work for how many people are watching Twitch and YouTube. The minute I figure out how to make the counter, the quote, are you with me counter, with you counter, I will put it up online. It might have to be some hard coding, but I'm going to find a way to do it. We're going to put the with you counter. We'll put the dot wallop counter also up too. He's a great guy. I love Air Canada 9. He flies in. He does the same route quite often. He is a CYYZ to MCO in a 763. He's a great guy, and I give him the utmost credit. He tries. Is he perfect? No, but he tries, and that's the thing I look at, is he tries, and I love that he does that. You know. Blue 2, I haven't heard from him recently. I'm kind of wondering. November 181 Foxtrot Alpha, contact Jack's approach 124.9.
over Jackson approach on 124.9, 101 Foxtrot Alpha.
United 1187, contact Jacks approach 124.9. See ya. Thank you, Jacob Hansberger, 11 with the cheer for 200. United 1187, contact Jacks approach 124.9.
24.9, United 1187.
Spirit Wings 9341, close up the shop, radar services, terminate frequency change approved, monitor advisory 12, have a safe flight.
Over to advisors, Spirit Wings 9341, good night.
American 4178, close up the shop, radar services, terminate frequency change approved, monitor advisory 12, have a safe flight.
Oh, that's a bummer, man. Where's the beer at?
I'm going to go find some. November 66, Mike, I'm closing up the shop, radar services, terminate frequency change approved, monitor advisory 1228, have a safe flight in Myrtle. JetBlue 471, closing up the shop, radar services, terminate frequency change approved, monitor advisory 1228, have a safe flight.
Thank you, over to Unicom. Touch you next time, JetBlue 471.
American 1446, closing up the shop, radar services, terminate frequency change approved, monitor advisory 1228, have a safe flight.
Talk to you later, American 1446.
And put the notice out. Closed. Good night. And for us here...
Yeah, 66 Mike is back. We're going to switch to Unicom.
See ya. For those here, that is another wonderful day in fake planes history. Thank you all again for those who subscribed, those who have followed, those who have become a part of this craziness, that you went into the Discord. Thank you so much. As I said, I think it's going to be Thursday night, but the only way you find out is by keeping notifications on so that you can get notifications of when we do it. So make sure you get those notifications on. Make sure that you're in the Discord channel. If you're in the Discord channel, you get the notifications there. I'm Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes. Fly safely. Good night, everybody.